Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. I don't know why I'm awkward right now.
I don't know why you're awkward all the time.
Wish you weren't so awkward, bud.
Welcome back, everybody, to our 99th episode.
99?
99.
This week we're discussing Dark Angel, or
No, that's not what I watched.
No.
I Come in Peace.
Ah, that's
Come
what I
in-
watched.
I'm sorry, what was it called?
I come in peace. I come in pieces.
I'm Derek.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Jack.
I come in... Wait, was it? I come in peace. I don't know how he did it.
And this is bad movies.
Worst
people.
Yeah, that's all over the place. It's fine.
Hey, I know professional podcasters that don't give a shit about their intro, so we are headed towards being
I
professional.
love our cold open, too. You should keep that in. I like
What,
it.
to him talk about being awkward?
Yeah, and the Manhattan talk.
I'm going to talk about Manhattans this whole time.
Yeah.
The city of Manhattan, Dino Hatton, the cocktail Manhattan. That's about
A guy
all I
named
know.
Manhattan.
A man in a hat.
A man in a hat in somewhere.
You think there's a haberdashery somewhere in New York called Manhattan?
Oh, yeah. I thought I had a really good idea for a store called Headicate. You know, like,
Ooh,
because
like a
I
hat
always get
store.
annoyed when people wear, like, an example, a fedora should never be worn with a hoodie.
No.
That's improper etiquette. How are you going to put that hood up?
Yeah.
You know, it looks as stupid as wearing a hoodie and a cowboy hat.
You're mixing all your hipster stuff up.
Yeah, don't do that. You coming in here, you're coming to my store with the wrong attitude, it's not going to go well.
What would be the proper thing to wear for a bowler hat?
A white jumpsuit with a glass of milk.
That is the correct
and
answer.
some eyeshadow.
Yeah,
it's
just on
two-
one though, right?
It's two eyelashes on one eye.
Uh-huh.
So upper and lower.
Well, that's just one of them. They have different makeup. I was just watching it the other day.
No, you weren't. Don't lie. He was.
Oh yeah, you're going through all the
All the Kubricks.
Kubricks.
Yeah. I'm up to that one, which means I got like 3 left. Now there's a few.
Yeah, I was shocked to find out he didn't direct more than like 16 things, but they're all fucking
Yeah.
deep and huge.
Well, and
Yeah.
if you look, it's like 1961, 1964, 1968, 1972, 1979, 1987, 2000, or 1999.
Yeah. Is he still with us?
No.
Oh, that's a bummer.
He died before they finished Eyes Wide Shut, or at least before he
Oh,
finished
okay.
editing it.
Man.
But we're here to talk about a movie that, well, it is awesome, but it also kind of sucks. Not
not
Stanley
giving-
Kubrick.
I'm not giving my answer till the end.
It rocked.
Sure.
I can give you my answer right up front because it stars Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
does
And
start off.
fucking directed by the same guy that directed Stone Cold.
Yeah, Craig R Baxley.
Well, didn't we just
And-
watch Stone Cold?
Yeah, not too long ago.
He directed that, and he directed Action Jackson, which is another great movie.
Okay.
Carl Weathers.
Oh, yeah.
You know. And it was written by the guy whose name I'm sure I pronounced wrong last time too, but David Koepp. He wrote The Shadow.
Oh, God. Sorry.
But he also wrote Jurassic Park, Carlito's Way, Mission Impossible, Snake Eyes, Stir of Echoes, Spider-Man,
So he made up for it with some of those.
Crystal Skull, Dial of
You
Destiny.
could have stopped. You easily could have just stopped and let me have a moment with this guy. Now I hate him.
But before we get too far into it, I have something special to celebrate that we have 99 episodes.
Ooh.
What you got for me, Daddy?
We finally got, not including the one that we got from Heather when we did Deadly Run, we finally got emails.
Whoop, whoop.
Golf clap?
Golf clap.
Real emails. One is just an email. telling
Real
us-
emails, worst people.
One is just a nice email, and the other one is a request.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first one comes from PJ.
Aw,
From Tucson.
PJ.
Oh, this is that cat we saw playing the acoustic very lovingly.
Yes, we did.
Over at Music Box Lounge.
That's right.
Proud
That's right.
sponsor of the show.
I don't know about proud, but
Well,
you know,
I don't
they
think
give
he's
us
proud
some
about
money.
much, but. So he says, "Hey, I want to drop you guys a line and tell you I really enjoy Bad Movies, Worst People. There's a mix of Moogies?
I don't know if that's him or you fucking
That's
up.
me.
Okay.
That's me. I'm only halfway into my first
He
drink.
could have spell checked Moogies.
There's a mix of movies, thick in nostalgia, and some that I've never heard of before, but either way, the show's enjoyable. When Whitney told me about the podcast, I cautiously checked it out, fully prepared for it to be unlistenable.
Me too.
I'm happy to share it has become one of my top podcasts. Keep up the good content. Thanks, PJ.
Oh, thank you,
Aw,
PJ.
PJ, thank you so much.
I mean, he gets it because it is exactly that mix that we're going for.
Yeah.
Ones that you know that are just so nostalgic, and then something like this that I've never even heard of before I knew you.
well,
Now these kinds of things are popping up on my radar a little bit.
since he lives in Tucson, can we formally ask him to join us on an episode?
If he would like.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can also join us on episodes if you don't live in Tucson, but you got to have equipment and know how to do the internet talk.
So
Do you? I mean, you're the worst IT guy ever. If you push this button, we're going to make better internet talk. And have you tried turning it on and on again?
So, Mr. Phil, I would like to formally ask you to come be on the show. Let us know what you want to do.
Pick a movie.
And we have another email. This one's a request, but it's also with reasons.
Okay.
It's not just like, here's a movie.
Okay. We like reasons.
Hi, I'd like to throw my hat into the ring and request a flick for your podcast. The film title is Perdita Durango, or Dance with the Devil in some markets, and it was released in 1995. It stars Javier Bardem, Rosie Perez, James Gandolfini, and Screamin' Jay Hawkins, to name a few.
Shut up.
Yeah.
A good portion of it was filmed in Tucson, including the Davis Monthan Airplane Boneyard. It's absolutely bonkers. Imagine if David Lynch and Tarantino had a dirty, sexy Tucson baby.
Well, you just won my husband.
I imagine that's so awesome.
It's violent, campy, depraved, bizarre, funny, and utterly deranged. The novel the movie is based on is written by the same author who penned Wild at Heart, the story of Sailor and Lula. So Wild at Heart was a movie that David Lynch also
Nicolas
made.
Cage and Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Love that. And fucking Willem Dafoe playing Bobby Peru.
Ooh.
Love that movie.
I think the world needs to hear more about this cinematic gem. While a more censored cut is streaming on Amazon, I would love to lend you my Blu-ray.
Ooh.
The less you know about this movie going into it, the better. Thanks for your consideration. Let's get weird. Thanks, Ashley.
And so I know this is a very dear friend of mine that I've known since high school, and friends that listen will know her as one thing. Henshaw!
I have had the pleasure of meeting this wonderful woman, and she is a fucking delight.
So we'll make that happen. Well, let's get that going.
Yeah, and I did. I mean, it says to go into it knowing as little as possible, but I have to look it up to see certain things.
No, you don't.
First of all, I don't think it's in English, which is fine. It'll just make it a little more difficult for us.
I'm an anime
on the
fan.
note-taking side. So for
Difficult for us.
For me. But
I don't do
I'm still
movie
in.
right.
And I did look it up on Letterboxd to read like a little description, like just the blurb of the story.
And it
I was
straight
like,
up said
what
David
the
Lynch
fuck?
fucks Tarantino and had a Tucson baby.
Pretty much. It sounds awesome. So thank you, PJ and Ashley, for writing in. Anybody who wants to write us in at badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com, we'll read your emails on the air. Unless you're calling us pieces of shit. Unless you do it funnily.
Oh, no, yeah, I'll
Oh,
read that one.
Even if it's a negative one,
If you
I'll
write
read the
negative
bad
stuff
ones.
and you make it funny, I'll read it.
Fuck yeah. Also, I don't know if she mentioned on that email that I want her to be on the episode.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely.
So, well, and she's Tucson or has internet talk capabilities. So we'll figure it out either way. It's never gonna not be internet talk.
Nope. That's its life now.
Just like a swim gym.
So back to this movie, I Come in Peace or Dark Angels.
I come in peace.
From 1990, rated R, and a sweet 91 minutes.
Yeah, it's a
It was a
real
tight
tight
91.
Yeah, tight 9-1.
I did write down a couple other things. So
I said he did Stone Cold, but I didn't say his name, and he deserves to have
Craig
his name.
Baxley, I think I said.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Craig
say
R
he deserves
Baxley.
to have his name spoken.
Apparently, it was based on a script or a treatment written by a guy named Jonathan Tidor, but he didn't write really anything that I recognized. And then it was rewritten years later, like 5-6 years later, by David Koepp. So
Okay.
but I did also want to mention the director of photography because it looks cool, but also he's been on the show twice before.
Oh yeah.
He was the DP for Passenger 57
Okay.
and The Retirement Plan, which we
Oh,
did on
nice.
New Movies Worst People on our YouTube feed.
You had said this is kind of victory lap for a lot of people
Yeah.
on our podcast.
And this guy, I mean, we'll see more of his movies. He did a bunch of early Cronenberg movies: Scanners, Videodrome, The Fly, The Brood. But he also did movies like Class of 1999, which if you haven't heard of it, it sucks and
Never.
it's awesome.
I love that Derek say it sucks and it's awesome.
RoboCop 2,
Ooh.
The Mighty Ducks 2,
Ooh.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh,
Is that the one with Eddie Murphy?
it sure is. And he's doing a very he's doing his New York Jewish character from fucking goddamn what's it
Norbert?
called? Welcome to America.
Oh.
Or Coming to America rather. He's
Yeah.
doing like, oh, I'm going to suck your blood and get a little matzo ball soup afterwards. Me and the Bleeps watched it
it's
last
horrendous.
night. It's horrendous. It's not even like a salvageable one.
No, yeah.
So it's going to be on the show?
So we'll see at some point.
Yeah.
He also shot Scream, Steel, and
That Shaquille O'Neal vehicle.
yeah,
You
and
bet.
Grandma's Boy, amongst other things.
Love Grandma's Boy. He did good
Yeah.
there.
So
That's right, Punky. Play my head.
this movie is another failure.
Surprise.
Not a surprise, really. But it was a huge success on VHS.
Yeah.
Like it was on the top VHS charts, especially in the UK for like.
Do you know
months.
why?
Yes.
These stunts are fucking bonkers good.
Yeah,
Like the bada booms are big bada booms.
Yeah.
And everybody's right there.
I started out counting and I gave up.
Yeah. I need to get one of those little clicky things.
Well, because even the alien guns make bada booms. Do you
Yeah.
count each one of those?
Yeah.
Because you should.
you should.
So we're in the double digits.
Oh,
at least.
absolutely. And they are not like you just said the alien guns make bada booms. Not like a little blow up of a car.
No,
like
it's
that
like-
car is gone.
It blew up one, then another, then another, then another.
Uh-huh.
It was a fun chain reaction.
It's one of the reasons I very much enjoyed this movie. We
want
just
that game.
as a group went and saw Borderlands
Ugh.
and talk
Yes, we
about
did.
like a bad movie that is not bad enough to be good or has no charm or anything salvageable. I know your wife and the roommate liked it more than we did, but like it's a bad movie that's not fun. This, if you want to consider it a bad movie at all, and they will by numbers, is fucking fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's bad in the sense that it's a 1990, so 80s,
You-
low
oh, it's-
budget.
There's neon and cocaine in this movie.
I mean, this movie is $7 million to make this movie.
Oh wow.
It would cost that much just in cars if you made this movie now.
Dude, that budget is $6.5 million on blowies alone.
This
that was just for Dolph Lundgren's blowies?
Yeah.
I think that the fact that the director was a stuntman
Uh-huh.
had everything to do
Oh,
with
well, that's the same
the
thing they said
practicality of
on
this movie.
Stone Cold. When
Yeah.
we watched some interviews about that, it was like he came in to recover from another director doing it, and it was like he salvaged the movie because they were over budget. He's like, here's all the cool shit you want, but I can do it cheap and I can do it safe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about that safe part on this, dude.
Well,
Just
his dad, his brother, maybe a couple other people in his family
It's a
are
family
stuntmen
business.
in this movie, just like they were in Stone Cold. They're still kicking, or at least they were.
sure.
You know.
Just because you didn't die doesn't mean it was safe.
Yeah,
Sure
it
it
was.
does.
Ask me as a child. Like even this first explosion, just to jump ahead a bit, the guy is right next to his BMW when it explodes, and it throws him forward.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it kicks off with this guy in his Beamer. I think it's a Beamer, right?
I think
And
so.
it's- He's having trouble with his CD player. It's being futzy.
You know what? That's what you get for trying to fucking listen to Christmas music
Yeah.
on purpose. You put in a Christmas CD.
He did.
Like you're talking to a guy that loves Christmas. Christmas music is ear cancer.
Yeah. Yep. I hated working in retail for that exact reason.
Movie theaters, same fucking thing.
October 30th to January 2nd. Christmas music.
sleigh bells,
It's bullshit.
And it's like they only think there's 7 Christmas songs, so that's what you
Uh-huh.
get to listen to. You're like, I'm here for 8 hours. Each of these songs is 3.5
At least
minutes
put on a
long.
fucking Elvis Christmas for me.
There's a ton of Christmas songs that aren't those like 7 standards,
Uh-huh.
which I still don't want to listen to. But yeah, so his CD player's fucking up. He almost crashes into a bus, crashes into a Christmas tree farm instead, and then his car is immediately crushed by a meteor or something, which we
A
find
something?
out is
An alien.
this man.
Yeah, this is how they fucking travel. Like they have a spaceship up above, like in orbit. They just launch themselves down like a fucking
Yeah.
You
human
see,
missile.
they're basically indestructible, so they just jump out of the spaceship. They're like, fucking Geronimo!
They're basically indestructible until a fucking rusty pipe comes into play. That's just what I call my penis.
Ooh.
But yeah, huge explosion.
Ooh.
The first time I watched this movie, I was like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
You sold me.
Oh, I yeah. I wasn't concerned that I wasn't gonna like it because you already had told me it's Dolph. It's fucking the guy that did Stone Cold. I was pretty sure it was going to be at least okay. And then this happened. It's like, oh, yeah.
And so our two aliens in this movie have names. They're never said in the movie, but I'm going to use their names because it's easier than saying good
looks
alien.
Like Christopher Lambert.
Yes.
And he looks like the god of thunder and lightning.
But it's easier than saying bad alien, good alien.
I'm going to go with Christopher Lambert for him.
Well,
his
he
name
doesn't
is
even talk.
Yeah, he does.
All he says
I
is,
come in peace. And then sometimes he screams,
Ah.
no, you've taken my drugs. I want them back.
His name is Talek, according to the
Talek?
Talec. And the other one is Azek.
That's better.
Azek looks like
It sounds like you're fucking up saying Isaac. Hey, Isaac, come here, Isaac.
Isaac,
I need another shot of tequila.
Oh, no,
Isaac,
you're not
Isaac.
fucking up. You're just doing a Tommy Wiseau impersonation.
Isaac,
Isaac.
you're my favorite customer. Okay, bye, Isaac.
Is that the guy from Bill Hader's show?
No.
No,
He's from The Room.
The
He
Room.
made
Okay.
Kind of one of the big movies that started this bad movie trend.
like bad movies that people are like, I'm going to go watch this
Okay, but
because
do you
it
know
has
who I'm
value.
talking about?
No, I don't.
Okay, did you see it? The show with Bill Hader.
Oh, you're talking about the guy with the shaved head.
Oh, yeah.
Hairless
Barry.
Russian.
Oh, this
The
side's
show
all
is
bullshit
Barry.
over here.
Yeah. Kind of like that too. That's kind of how
You know
Tommy
what?
Wiseau
Wiseau
sounds.
He is kind of doing a little Wiseau.
But this
I
guy's
did
played.
not hit her.
This guy's played by a dude named Matthias Hughes, and I remember watching in an interview that he was like some kind of athlete or something that they
You'd have to be for some of these fucking moves he's doing.
Well,
But
that
he
way
was in some
runs,
other
though.
movies.
Runs like a little girl.
We're gonna see him a few times.
Okay.
'Cause I looked through his movies, and the other stuff I recognized that he was in are all
The
movies I
Highlander.
would like to talk about. He's in Big Top Pee Wee
Oh, yeah.
as Oscar the Lion Tamer.
Okay.
It's been ages since I've seen Big Top, so I couldn't
Yeah,
tell
like
you.
I know there's a circuits and stuff, but I cannot picture anybody besides the tiny little person.
But guess who owns it?
and- Oh, you? Oh, I thought it'd be you.
No, I don't have Big Top Pee Wee.
Yeah, you didn't you just get it?
No, I got the series.
Got the Pee-wee's
Pee-wee's
Playhouse. Phil Hartman,
I
Lawrence
swear
Fishburne.
I saw Big Top on it.
No, it's the series Pee Wee's Playhouse, and I also own Pee Wee's Big Adventure, of course.
I mean,
Of course.
who doesn't?
But he was also in a couple of Billy Banks movies called Talons of the Eagle and TC 2000, and he's in another one called Cyber Vengeance. That's just awful. So I'm gonna make you guys watch it. And he's in a movie I just got that I almost made us watch the other night, but then we watched something else instead. I can't remember what we ended up watching. But
Borderlands?
the Last Kumite.
Ooh, we've talked about the last
Yeah,
Kumite
it's a
before,
newer
not on
movie.
this, but me and
No.
you have.
Yeah, it's a newer movie that's like a throwback to that like blood sport kickboxer era of movies, and it's got a bunch of those people in it.
Good.
Anyway, that happens, and then we go to some guy Tom Cruising into a facility.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking Mission Impossible, some kind of
Dun,
facility, but
dun,
it turns out to be
dun,
a
dun,
police station
dun,
that
dun.
is also definitely a bank.
They call it the warehouse. Later in the movie, they say something like, "Oh yeah, that thing at the warehouse they blew up." So
Oh,
it's
okay.
I think it is. It's a bank they're filming at for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's where they dump all the evidence.
Oh, like
and
the evidence
stuff
room. It's a whole evidence
for
warehouse.
feds because they later said it's the feds' drugs, even though it was the
Oh.
police watching it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just like a fucking what's the room of requirement? Harry Potter.
I'm sorry, you're asking me something about Harry Potter?
Not
Room of
anymore.
requirement?
The room of requirement.
I don't know. You're the Harry Potter person.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
You're the
yeah.
Potterhead.
The room. I'm not a Potterhead. I just watched them.
Oh, I'm the Potterhead. Sorry.
She just watched them a couple weeks ago.
I've
all the way
smoked
through.
so much Potter, I just don't even know.
No, it's the room of requirement where a room just appears.
It has whatever you need.
Yeah.
But so this guy breaks in. There's a cop in there that looks kind of like Ben Savage, but he gets murdered immediately with a knife to the chest, which is funny.
Sorry, Ben.
Boy meets knife.
Boy meets knife.
Ben was like 6.
Yeah, but this guy looks like Ben Savage.
Oh, he's just got that little curly tight.
This guy
that
looks
tight,
like
curly
Ben
fro,
Savage in Girl Meets World.
which is not an
Okay.
attractive look for anybody. Who fucking needed that show, by the way?
Zoe loved that show.
She's allowed to. She's a little baby kid.
That's who needed that show.
Ugh.
The children of the people that watched Boy Meets World.
Also,
We're just coming off shit birth month, so ugh.
so they take these drugs, and on the way out,
No, they don't. Sorry, they remove these drugs. They don't take them. All right, quick, do all the heroin you can. All right,
This
we're
dude-
never going to escape from here.
This dude dresses up like a cop to take these drugs out of here, and he's walking down the hallway, and my comment was literally like, I'm definitely a cop. I don't look like a guy who stole a cop's uniform and put it on.
You've never seen a less copy-looking cop.
This dude is straight up like Jersey Mafia, but dressed up like a cop.
Maybe a bad example, but imagine Danny Trejo wearing a cop outfit. You're like, that's not real. you, sir, are not supposed to be in that.
No, you are Machete.
That is not yours. He must have done his research to get a cop outfit that fit him so well. Because, like, what if it was me trying to get this guy's 5'6" cop outfit on, like fucking high waters and shit, like Frankenstein? I don't think that's yours. And you're a ginger. We don't let gingers be cops.
Super Troopers.
He wasn't a good one.
Oh, he wasn't. Even
He was
a
a
cop.
highway
He was
patrol.
But one of these guys, I think it's the one he meets in the hallway, is played by a guy named Kevin Page,
Welcome back.
who was played one of the mobsters in Stone Cold.
Okay.
He's also in the first RoboCop. He's the guy Kenny who gets killed by Ed 209 at the beginning.
Kenny.
He gets shot out the window, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I don't know. You're the one supposed to watch it recently.
I did.
Good.
But I don't
Because it was
remember.
like 3 episodes in a row. Like, oh, I got to watch RoboCop. Oh, that's right. Because you had said, you're like, it's in the fucking DVD player.
Yeah.
So as soon as you leave, I have no excuses.
Apparently he was on Seinfeld also, but I already asked Jack about that and he didn't recognize him.
I'd have to, I'm almost at season 4 for a rewatch.
Okay.
But there's another guy in Seinfeld that's in here, and I clocked him right away because this mouth is absurdly huge.
It is.
Like when he smiles, it's like, good God, you could put both my feet in there.
The bad guy who disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't disappear. He goes to Rio.
He disappears from this movie.
That's where you
Next
disappear
thing we
to.
get is a picture of him with tits on him.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
on him.
That's
You
well.
go to-
he
go to
doesn't have
Rio.
tits.
I mean,
You
they're
go to
on him,
Rio,
though.
you start
On
having
him.
sex with your friend's underage daughter. It gets real weird.
Oh, blame it on Rio with Mako Kain.
Yeah, no,
There's
that's
a bunch
that's-
of Mako Kain in Rio.
That's a fucking terrible movie.
I've never seen it. I just know I've heard so many fucking horror stories about it, and I looked it up. It's two guys that go to Rio with their daughters, and like this happens and this happens. They end up banging each other's daughters, and I think they're like 16, 15.
Oh yeah, they're definitely like young children.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
But it's the 80s, so they just present it as if it's okay.
Speaking of Seinfeld, they reference that movie. They're all, ooh, blame it on Rio. Ooh, because Seinfeld was dating a 15-year-old when he's filming that movie, when he's filming the show. Oh yeah, you can look up. He's what do you call that? Groomed. He's a groomer.
Is that who he married?
No, she was in college.
She aged out.
She aged out. She got he had a Leonardo DiCaprio that sometimes, man. Gotta get that new model.
I'm so disgusted right
Yeah,
now.
see,
You should
Drake
be.
hands him off to Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio hands him off to Hugh Hefner.
And Hugh Hefner ruins them, not sexually.
They leave the police station, and the guy's like, "You better fucking hurry up." They're like, "Why? No one saw us." He's like, "Just go."
TikTok.
And this whole fucking building explodes. You're like, no witnesses.
Which they did. Somebody did see him. The guy that signed him out, like, noticed the name Hawkins on his tag. He's like, I fucking know Hawkins.
yeah, and he also
So he
said
got on the
something to him.
phone.
Remember, he was like,
Some kind of party tonight, boys.
Yeah, you
'Cause
guys
they have
having
a
a big party?
briefcase of heroin.
yeah.
He's like, what the fuck did you just say to me? He's like, I just made a joke. You know what? You sit behind that little cage and you sign those fucking pieces of paper and shut up.
So then we meet Detective Jack Kane, played by Dolph Lundgren.
We don't like having characters named Jack on this. So Dolph, it is gonna be forever.
So Jack off,
So Jack off.
Dolph on.
Dolph on. Man, you should have seen when I played hockey. My coach used to love that. Jack off, Mark on. I said Jack off. Coach, I'm 10.
You know what jacking off is.
I did. I don't need him to tell me about it.
Dolph Lundgren, of course, from a bunch of great movies, a bunch of bad movies, but mostly, well, not mostly great. Basically from the mid-90s on, it was bad.
He's got
But-
some very beloved ones. I mean, he's fucking Ivan Drago.
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
right
Rocky
there-
IV,
This,
Oh, he's
though.
gorgeous in this.
Masters of the Universe,
Oh, such a
Uh,
fucking underrated film.
The Punisher,
Yep, my
the
favorite
best
Punisher
Punisher?
movie.
Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Oh my God, you used to see Tia Carrera's tits.
And we'll be talking about that movie at some point.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Brandon Lee trying
The
to
part
act.
where he, with one hand, picks up a car and puts it on its side so he can use it as cover is my
Or
favorite
the part
thing.
where Dolph Lundgren tells Brandon Lee that he has the best penis he's ever seen on a man.
Uh-huh.
I doubt that Brandon Lee had the best penis he's ever seen.
On a man. He specifically says on a man.
I've seen better. It was a horse.
Of course, Universal Soldier, Johnny Mnemonic.
Don't
Various
forget
other
all
movies.
those wonderful expendable movies.
Yes. Yeah, on the
Ugh.
back of the Blu-ray case, it's like Dolph Lundgren, and then in parentheses, it's like something I've
Joshua Tree and
Joshua Tree?
Expendables are how you're going to know him. I'm like, what No, you just mentioned like 5 or 6 that are so much better.
Like, I'm buying movies from Shout Factory. Don't throw Joshua Tree and fucking Expendables
I
on
don't even
there.
know what
Throw on
Joshua
any of the
Tree
ones.
is.
Me neither.
We have it out front by the
I was waiting for your wife to be like, I actually have it over here.
I was waiting for her to say she had that album, and I was like, well, don't play it around me.
She still hasn't found what she's looking for.
But he's staking out this club called Jocko's that just
Jocko's.
drips with cocaine.
It is cocaine personified as a club. I don't know
wanna
how you
party
would
in
say
this.
that. It's not personified as a person, but dude, it's got that white faux marble. It's got blue neon.
It has
is
those crystal window
Oh
squares.
yeah, those ones that you can't quite see through.
Yeah,
but
they're
if
what, like
there's
5 by 5 inches.
I just always like showers being made of that. It's like, do you want to see
Yeah.
a kind of naked person, but not everything?
It's like watching the fuzzy channels.
That's exactly it, dude. It's like I got used to fuzzy porn. So, babe, do me a favor, shower behind this. Oh yeah.
Oh, is that a nipple?
That might be a nipple, or is it my reflection of my nipple? Either way, I'm coming in peace.
Now push him against it.
In
Sorry.
peace.
I
I'm
made it
coming in
weird.
peace.
I come in peace.
Yeah, you made it weird. You made it weird by talking about pressing your nipple. I'm talking about fucking jizzing on a crystal image of fuzzy porn. Yeah, why do you make it so weird, dude? Get on my page and speak normally. Make better fucking podcast talky talk.
So they're doing. By the way, I was referring to being able to use, like, not Zoom, but those kind of things.
Hey,
Not,
it's gonna happen a whole bunch.
It's
Get
okay.
over it.
The talkie talk.
It's
It's
we're
fine.
make back with the talkie talk.
So they're doing a sting of some sort, and there's a cop in there who looks like a cop, but he's pretending to be a drug
1,000%
dealer.
this dude is a cop.
He's got a fucking cop mustache, cop haircut. The only thing it's not cop, he's like, man, suck my dick. Like, he's got a little inflection on it where it's like, that's the only thing not cop about you.
This could
It's
be
like-
Danny Glover.
Yes. Yes.
It's like as much as the other dude who was pretending to be a cop was definitely not a cop.
Uh-huh.
This guy is definitely a cop because
Uh-huh.
he's trying to be just buying drugs.
The criminals in this are smarter because they pick him out right away.
Well, they were on to him for weeks.
They're going through this meeting. The guy you were talking about that he's doing the meeting with, the character's name is Sherman. It's a guy, or no, the character's name is Victor. He's played by a guy named Sherman Howard.
Which I don't know him
Um,
from anything else on this planet except for one episode of Seinfeld. When he gets avid fans of Seinfeld will know him as the guy who paints triangles and gets a junior mint dropped inside of him when he's in surgery.
He does a lot of voice acting for cartoon or video games.
Oh, okay.
He's done movies and TV, but he did for video games. He did voices for Jack and Daxter and a bunch of sequels. Red Dead Redemption, Jade Empire, The Old Republic.
Oh, dope.
So he's
Did
been
it
on a
say
bunch
who
of
in
stuff.
Old Republic?
It listed so many characters.
Never mind then.
So, but for TV and movies, he was Bub in Day of the Dead. Come on, guys.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, Bob.
All right, if you guys are curious about who Bub is,
That's unbelievable.
you know the guy that comes into is it
Sure.
Tyler? The guy that comes into the bar.
A guy comes into
I
Tyler.
don't know.
The guy with the girlfriend, and I let them borrow a movie. They were talking about movies.
Oh, I thought you
In
meant
real life.
I thought you meant in the movie.
No, in our bar.
Yes, Travis and Sierra.
Travis. Sorry, Travis, if you're listening.
He doesn't like us that much.
I don't listen. I don't know people's names. So
Yeah, I got you.
but he has them
But
tattooed
that's
on
because you're fucking married to Whitney. She's got you.
him. But he has Bub tattooed on him. So if
Oh,
you're curious,
okay.
just ask him. But he's also in the first 2 episodes of Melrose Place. So that's important. I don't know. And he was in the movie Ricochet. He was on a few episodes of Max Headroom. So he's done stuff.
Yeah.
Ricochet is awesome. That'll
Yeah.
also be on this. Basically, we're seeing all these people again at some point.
Yeah. This is like these guys are all up for Giuseppe's.
But they're having a little conversation, and it's kind of funny because he's like, well, you gotta, be careful what you're doing, whatever. He's like, you might end up having to join the army or turn to a life of crime. Yeah, or become a cop.
Right then and there, I'm like, hey, whoever's listening, I gotta get out of here. Like, they are definitely fucking on to me.
And Dolph Lundgren's getting annoyed that they're not like finishing the deal. But meanwhile, right next to him, there's a liquor store getting robbed.
Uh-huh.
And he sees the robbery starting, and he's like, that's not good. But, I'm doing this.
Flashbacks of Stone Cold.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
right
because then they
here.
start shooting, so he has to go in.
Uh-huh.
And it's the beginning of a Craig Baxley movie in a fucking store of some sort.
I wouldn't even minded a little cleanup on aisle 5. Wouldn't have minded one bit, sir.
But yeah, so those guys are going crazy. Dolph Lundgren goes in there and stops it by doing a roundhouse kick into this dude's face,
Oh,
which,
but
according to the interview that we were watching, ended up being a real roundhouse kick, and this dude was knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, and you can
and
see
you
it.
can see it in the
Normally,
movie.
you see like the foot pass in front of the face. You know,
especially with a low budget.
it's from a different angle, so you don't see it not connect, but you know his ankle is behind his ear. Like he is fucking killing this guy.
So the bad guys they're a gang called the White Boys, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So
because
the White
they
Boys
sell heroin, not just because they're white.
Well, they're also all white.
They also all are white.
And they're also run by like a lawyer.
Yeah,
I don't know.
well, he even said it's a yuppie criminals.
Yeah, but when Dolph Lundgren goes up to their office, it's like Cullen and Cullen something. Like it's literally like a lawyer office. But so the White Boys kill the cop that's in there. Dolph Lundgren kills this other dude who's robbing this liquor store because he tries to shoot him. And as they're going to leave with the drugs, our alien friend shows up, Christopher Lambert. And you said at the beginning that he would have been better, but Christopher Lambert wouldn't have been doing all of his own stunts like this guy.
That's where I'll eat my words on that.
Apparently, he had to do all of his own stunts because they couldn't find a stuntman who was big enough to be him.
Yeah, he's supposed to be
6'5".
He's supposed to be 7 foot.
Yeah,
but he's a big boy on his own right.
And I mean, in the 80s, you got big stuntmen, but in the 80s, all those big stuntmen were like, I can star in a movie. I'm not going to be a stuntman anymore.
I mean, he had 3 lines that he said, and most of them were, I come in peace, or no. So, I mean, you don't need him to be a phenomenal actor here.
But he shows up, I come in peace, and starts shooting this CD
I don't think
people.
He knows what this means.
No, I think he just heard it on TV and was like, this is what they want to hear.
This is what aliens say when they get here.
Yeah. But he shoots them with this like CD that he has that shoots out of this little. Do you remember those little guns you could get when you were a kid that had like the foam discs in them?
Oh, yes.
yeah.
That's
it
what
was
it makes
Nerf
me think
thing,
of,
wasn't it?
Yeah,
it might have been Nerf. I had definitely had
I
ones
know
that
it's
weren't
not
Nerf.
an airsoft, but I think it has air in it. I don't like in the title. I don't remember what they're called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I mean anybody, I don't know, anybody who's our age knows what we're talking about. Anybody else, ask your parents. But
it was like a little.
They're not going to buy you
tiny
one.
frisbee one that looked like. I was going to say an MP3 player, but just like the little discs. You can see me hold up my hand in a C.
That's little disc.
Little disc.
yeah, this thing bounces around off walls, bounces through people's throats. Good times.
8-ball corner pocket. Got him.
Hey guys, after this episode, I really kind of want to go out and get a beer. What are you thinking?
I mean, okay, look, the thing is, I deal with beer so much in my life. I want something else. I'm fine with beer, but I want like a stiff cocktail or a nice glass of whiskey.
The music box is just down the way, and you can get an awesome cocktail, and they even have like Tombstone and other great beers on tap.
The music box? Where would I find that?
Oh, you mean the music box at 6951 East 22nd Street in Tucson, Arizona.
Right down there at 22nd and Cole.
Yeah, they've got a great selection of whiskey, gin, tequila, mezcal, other spirits.
Ooh, sometimes they have like pudding shots and Jell-O shots.
You're putting me on.
And depending on the night of the week, we can get karaoke, live music. It's great.
Ooh, on happy hour? It's Wednesday. It's on happy hour.
Yeah.
I'm in. You guys are selling me.
Let's go to the Music Box Lounge right now.
Let's go.
Sharks of the Corn? Virus Shark? Cocaine Shark? Sharktopus? Yeah, those are all real movies. Join me, Steve Coates, as each week I take a comedic look at the bizarre world of sharksploitation cinema on Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast.
So then Dolph Lundgren shows up, has a quick little like shootout with him, and he bails. The alien does.
No, I don't think he sees him here. I think the alien's gone. Dolph,
No, doesn't he start shooting?
No, he comes in with his gun out.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
comes in with his gun out, and he kind of like he's
everything's already
expecting
done.
because he heard his partner getting fucking killed, and he's like, "God damn it!" and runs over there, and everyone's fucking dead now. And so he's whipping that gun around. He even pulls it, aims it at his dead partner. He's like, "Oh man."
But so the chief and all the other cops arrive. And the chief says something along the lines of like, "I'm so pissed at you, I could throw you through a window." And I'm like, "Good fucking luck."
No,
dude.
you cannot, sir. Fucking go ahead and try it.
And we didn't mention, but Dolph Lundgren, he's a big dude.
Big dude.
But also, he's a fucking genius.
Yeah,
He is a
degree in
genius.
chemical engineering.
Yeah, and
Went
I
to 3
think-
different colleges.
I think I read something or watched something once where they were saying like he did all that stuff and then like he was doing acting like just to make money because he's a big dude.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, actually, I really like this, and I can make more money at it." So
I mean, here you are talking about big dudes doing stuntman work. Like,
Yeah.
And then it turns out he can actually act a little.
Yeah.
Well,
He's not the best actor. I very much enjoy him, but I mean, I don't want to see him playing fucking Hamlet.
Oh yeah.
It was the chemical engineering was his fallback plan.
To be or not to be. Yeah, what a fallback plan. I'll just be a fucking physicist if I really don't make it with this
Well,
acting.
it's
thing.
like that girl
Right.
from Cloak and Dagger who had like a fallback plan and became a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
Right? He's like, I got a fallback plan. I just didn't need it because I'm rich. Because even though he did a bunch of like direct to video shit,
Still
if
made
he
his money.
if he didn't go and blow that money, he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, when we saw him doing his interviews, he's sitting in a nice house.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, so the feds then show up also. While
Dude, he's got so many Expendables monies.
yeah, but he had to have that.
He's
house
in
before
all
the Expendables.
4 or
I think
5.
For
I think
Whatever they have,
this-
he's in all of them.
yeah,
This interview may have been before the Expendables.
But I'm just still saying that's Expendables money you've got now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, those aren't fucking. Those are huge. Those make so much money now.
Sylvester Stallone's just like everybody gets paid half of what I get paid,
That's still like 10 million.
except for that UFC guy. He gets a quarter.
It's gonna be tough to do Dolph and not go into Sly.
Dolph Lundgren is Sylvester Stallone, but he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
And enunciates.
Yeah, and doesn't like being pooped on that we know of.
He keeps his shit private.
Who do you think taught him? Taught Sly Stone it's nice to get pooped on. It's great, man. You just lay.
I don't
in
think he likes
this.
getting pooped on. He just likes laying under a glass table and watching poop.
Dude, if I know anything about addiction and fetishes, it progresses. Pretty soon, he's like,
Now I wanna
I'm
feel
the
the heat
table.
of it.
He started doing yoga so we could do a fucking table pose. Go ahead, let it rip.
All right, now you poop in my butt, and I'll poop back in your butt.
You're on refeed, motherfucker.
Back and forth forever.
So what you do is you take a shit and then you put it in the freezer.
Oh.
And
So the feds arrive.
Oh.
Well, Dolph Lundgren's being told he has to go on a forced vacation.
8 weeks.
He disappeared. They mentioned it a bunch of times. It doesn't really matter.
we
but
don't
he
know why he
disappeared
was
for
gone
like 8
for
days.
8 days.
Yeah.
I could understand 7.
I think
but
it was
8?
them undercover.
Maybe they just
That's
say
my
he
guess. They
disappeared
don't
and he didn't-
explain it,
He didn't
so-
talk to anybody. Yeah. But so one of the feds, this guy Switzer, takes Dolph Lundgren into the bathroom.
There's a guy peeing in the urinal, and fucking Dolph like taps him on the shoulder and does like the get out of here thing. It's like, you don't have to tap him. He's gonna get done peeing, and he'll see you, and you go, hey, buzz off, because now he's got fucking half a bladder full of fucking go
Can
juice.
you stop peeing?
It stings.
Isn't it hard for guys
He's just got to
to
run to the next one where the women's
It's-
bathroom.
Isn't it like
Place is
hard for guys
closed.
to
It
stop
stings.
when
Yeah, no,
you
it's
start?
hard to stop. You can. You shouldn't. It's bad for you.
Bad for your kidneys. Liar told me that, and he couldn't lie. So
I mean, you're not wrong there.
They have a little discussion about it. They're talking about how
it's my job to know things. That's my entire fucking job, is to know things before anybody else.
and he's like, well, maybe this wasn't like because they're saying like, how could someone be fast enough to kill all these people with a blade so quickly? And like, well, maybe it wasn't a blade, maybe it was something else. And they're already kind of. And then Dolph Lundgren, no, I think Dolph did see him for a moment at least, because here's where he says, "Oh, it's not who did it, but what."
Okay.
So
I thought he
don't
was
know.
talking about the
in
weapon.
He
When
was
he's
in the room for a minute, so he looked around and saw everything that happened.
when he said it, not a who but a what, I thought he meant the thing,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
CD.
okay.
But it could be that he's like, well, something foul is here. But then fucking Switzer, is that what you said his name is?
Yeah.
Right on. He's like, well, you're back on the case.
Yeah,
Your boss can
immediately
go fuck himself.
Immediately he tells the chief, "Put him back on the case." I'm not going to do that. Yeah, you are.
One phone call. That's all I need. And you don't want me to fucking do that.
But he can't get back on the case. He said he's going on vacation. I said I'd go. I didn't say when.
And because he's like, you have to promise me, because you're the only person I know that would rather die than break their word.
Yeah.
So that's why
Which
like
comes
this
through
chief,
in the movie a couple times.
for sure. His name is Jack. He's a stand-up guy.
I know a Jack that's pretty stand up.
I'm all right. I like sitting down more.
Yeah, I've never really seen him stand.
I was
How
talking
you
about
work with me?
I said what I
I
said.
do know other Jacks.
Do you?
I know quite a few.
Do you?
I do.
Get him out of your life.
Do you throw them all on
There
the
can
ground?
be only one.
Do you throw them all on the ground and then bounce balls at them?
Yes. Try to pick them all up.
I don't really understand how that game works, but
You go 1, then 2. Like you have to pick up
That's-
1.
you're not
and then You have
helping.
to pick up 2, and then you have to pick up 3.
so you throw it on the ground and
the
pick it up.
No, you,
You gotta
bounce,
bounce the ball,
the ball.
and get them before the ball and catch the ball.
You have to. Yep, you have to catch the ball. So you got to go bounce, pick up the jacks, catch the ball. Bounce, pick up more jacks, catch the ball.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Hello,
Dude, it
this
was like
game was
fucking-
invented before the TV.
I know, this is like fucking 1902.
1870.
This would be enjoyed by those kids from Song of the South who were just riveted by a grandfather clock.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
1,000%.
Every hour,
That
a
would
new
have blown
fucking
their
song.
fucking mind.
So he meets his partner the next day, Special Agent Smith.
I don't hate this guy.
Played by Brian Benben.
I don't hate this guy, but this is why I love Stone Cold more than this because of casting.
Yeah, because that guy's
Sam-
What do we know Ben from?
I
Sam Neill?
couldn't
Not
find
Sam
anything
Neill.
I knew.
No, what was that show that you looked up?
He's
Well-
in some show that I've never heard of. He was in a movie called The Radio Time or Radio
Your wife knew it right.
Radio
a fucking
Time
way.
Murders or something. He had his own show called The Brian Benben Show. Had 9 episodes. Surprise.
Probably trash.
I don't know. I don't know this guy. I know him from this movie, but he's your twerpy little FBI agent. Same as I can't think of the dude's name. Sam whatever from fucking Stone Cold.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name either. Sam.
Dream On. That was the name
Dream
of the show.
But he's right out of the gate. He's like, I'm the youngest person to ever reach my rank, and I make twice as much as you do.
There's
for
a
good
reason.
Yeah. So he's the little shithead, and so they immediately don't like each other. We meet Diane, who's played by Betsy Brantley.
Sam McMurray, by the way.
McMurray. Sam McMurray. But we meet Diane, who's played by Betsy Brantley, who also hung out with Spider-Man, I think. She was the mother in The Princess Bride.
Oh, do we even see her?
I don't know.
The mother in Princess
She's
Bride?
credited as,
In
that's
the-
like one of her most
in
famous
the
roles.
part where Fred
King-
Savage is.
No.
No. I don't
Oh,
think it's a mother in the
Fred's
story. I
mother.
think it's a mother in the real.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm
I was trying to
guessing.
figure out who it would be. I don't know. She's also on Beauty and the
She's
Beast.
Peter Falk's daughter.
Oh, of course she's on Beauty and the Beast.
like
Welcome.
a lot of the people that we've talked
yeah.
about. The
We haven't
90s.
mentioned it in a while, actually.
It
No,
has
it's been a
been a while.
minute, but yeah, the 90s
welcome
TV show.
back.
And apparently she's in Double Jeopardy, but she's not.
I saw that once, and I didn't.
She's not what's
really
her name,
watch
you
it.
know.
Yeah, Judd, Ashley Judd,
Ashley Judd, yeah.
I can shoot you in the
You
middle.
know what's
of
her
this.
name, the famous one.
And
the
it's
famous Judd.
they're both famous.
I know.
But so that's this lady. That's his like love interest.
Yeah,
She's supposed to be like the hot one. She's
She's-
cute. She's cute.
she's super kinky.
She's a corner.
Oh God, the things that she must. No wonder she's threatening him. She slaps him a bunch.
I will
She's even
fill your
says
lungs up with water.
she even says I like abuse as much as the next woman. And yeah, that one like
You break this promise.
I always thought it was gonna be my hands to wring her neck.
Yep.
Like oh
Oh no, yeah.
okay.
She does say something here about when she says I like abuse as much as the next girl. She's like these last 8 days you left me wondering if you were dead or alive, and I was kind of hoping for dead.
Wow.
I
He's
like
a
her.
fucking cop.
So we're gonna fuck later, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
I like
yeah.
her.
It's gonna be real weird.
I like her a lot.
I hope you like stand-up sex.
So now our good alien arrives. Azek, played by a guy named Jason Bylas.
Looks
who-
like Chris Maloney and Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
Fuck.
this guy
1,000%.
was in like three movies total.
Uh-huh.
And one of them he played a character named Jay Bylas. And his
Uh-huh.
name is Jason Bylas. So I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
We're not gonna have you learn a new name, dude. You don't seem like you're ready for that.
He crash lands almost on top of a homeless lady.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
But-
he's got a
and
mullet and his
she's-
head is shaved like halfway.
Yeah, it's to keep the hair out of your eyes.
You know who it looks like? Al Leong.
Yeah, he has Al Leong hair.
And if you don't know Al Leong, look it
You'll-
up real quick. You'll recognize that face.
You'll
He's in a
also
lot
meet
of John
him-
Carpenter movies, right?
Oh yeah.
You'll see him in just like
Yeah.
40 minutes.
If you're watching along right now, just wait.
Oh, he was also in The Shadow.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
he was.
Certainly was.
I mean, he's been in a few movies we did
For like
but-
3 minutes at most.
Well, I don't
most.
think he's ever been in any movie for more than 3 minutes.
True. I think
that's
he's
right.
I think he's in Big Trouble in Little China the longest.
Yeah.
Because he has 2.5 scenes.
But you know what? He just shows up for a day and gets paid.
I'm happy
So-
seeing him in a movie. When I see that hairline and that Fu Manchu facial hair, I'm excited.
They've got him
He's
dubbed
fun.
over in this too.
Yeah.
Dude, 'cause what did I say? I was like, I don't think I've ever fucking heard him speak English.
And I was like, I still don't think you have.
He's
Because
like,
you've
tell
got
the
this-
white boys I said thank
Dude,
you
that's
or
exactly
whatever.
what I was gonna do. Like,
Tell the white boys to go fuck themselves.
It's like
This is
it's,
for the Crimson Dragon. We're a Chinese triad. Remember our name, motherfucker.
it's like Dave Chappelle's white guy voice.
It was fun.
But so Talik, who's our evil alien,
no, it's Lambert.
Lambert attacks this. He's gonna go
Thank
around
you.
attacking people throughout the movie.
Yes.
Here it starts with him attacking this bail bondsman who's not taking his shit, but ends up taking his shit. He has this like harpoon, like scorpion.
Did you say take a shit?
He takes his shit where?
I'm here for that.
Wait, it's a he? I'm not okay with that unless no one's around.
I'll try it.
But he has this harpoon that comes out of his wrist like scorpion.
Get over here.
And what we learn is that this harpoon is injecting people with heroin to release endorphins, which he is then harvesting to sell his drugs.
Your wife kind of called that too.
Yeah, I said adrenaline.
But you knew that it was something in the pituitary area.
Yeah,
pituitary.
We basically learned that this guy is just an intergalactic drug dealer.
I very much enjoyed the interview that we watched before, and the guy's like, I mean, it's your common movie about a space drug dealer coming down and doing serial killer stuff. Like, what?
You've seen
that
it.
common tale?
You've seen it 1,000 times.
We need the Men in Black on this one, dude.
But I like the way, so we don't see the full thing this time. We see him go to stab the guy and it cuts away.
It progresses.
But as we go on,
every time, and I love it.
He sticks this fucking, so he's got the wrist harpoon that injects the heroin.
And then he's got
Baraka's claws, that he sticks into your face and it sucks out the endorphins. And it's brutal. Like he sticks it right in their fucking forehead. And on one of these people, the mechanic, you see it go right in because it's like a dummy head that he's just jamming this thing in.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking
great dummy
awesome.
work.
The wig kind of falls off a little bit.
$7 million budget. It's fine.
Oh, it was No, I am not complaining.
Yeah.
I loved it.
We love a dummy.
Craig Baxley said in an interview, like, he's the kind of guy where he's like, if I've got the take, I've got the take. I'm not going to do it again like a lot of people just to make sure. But also, if I get the take, I'm like, hey, I got what I need. And I ask the actors, is there anything you want to try? Is there something you think could make it better? We'll do it again.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't care how late we stay. Like, we need to do something.
I mean, you're the one playing the character. Do you have
Yep.
something your character would do that I didn't direct it to do?
Correct.
Well, and doing it that way, he's staying within a $7 million budget. Like, come on. Like,
he's fantastic. Why isn't he still working?
He might be retired.
Come out of retirement, bro.
It's a rough fucking industry to be in.
Oh, you know
he
what?
also just might
Because
still be doing stunt coordinator stuff.
It's because he doesn't want to fuck with CG shit.
That's exactly right.
He's like, is he one of those, because there was another time we talked about a stunt coordinator who was really cool about getting on this movie, and he's like, all right, what are we going to do? And the guy's like, oh, no, it's all going to be in CG.
No, it's the bad guy from Commando. Derek told us the story where it's like, all right, you're going to fall off this, you're going to backflip on that. And he's like, all right, when do I do it? And he's like, you already did it. It's on CG.
Oh, no, it wasn't Commando. I was watching a movie called Undeclared War.
Oh.
But I thought it was the actor that was
he
bad
was.
guy
He is
in Commando.
That's right. He is. I forgot about that. Yeah. Not on Commando, but he's in Commando. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so according to...
Commando doesn't have any fucking green screen.
I just pulled him up on IMDb, and the last time he worked on stunts, he was the stunt coordinator for Predator.
Oh, wow.
So he's retired.
Super retired.
Yeah.
He was an AD on Predator. So yeah, he stopped in 1987.
Oh, is he still with us?
Yeah.
He's like, nope, he died in 89.
He just doesn't. That'd be weird because Stone Cold was 91.
No, well, that sucks. We want you back.
Yeah, no, maybe he's just having a good fucking life with the amount of money he made. And
Teach your grandchildren how to do what you did.
oh, it's a family business.
I'm sure
Mama.
they do. Like I said, his dad and his brothers and all kinds of people are in this. His daughter is in this at some point.
Keep stunts alive.
Or his sister or somebody. I don't know. But so they go to a strip club, also like Stone Cold.
Get some tits.
Well, it's just a bar where people are naked, like Stone Cold.
There's people on stage. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, it's just like that kind of rough and tumble bar.
It's just a topless bar.
There are girls dancing, but he does. Smith says, like, why are we at a bar? He would say, why are we at a strip club?
for sure.
I
He's
do
got that,
love-
I mean, we don't know where
line.
they don't say where they are, so maybe they're in Portland, which just has bars that are
It's
strip
the
clubs.
same bar that Stone Cold was in.
A lot less bikers and 100% less Billiam Forsythe.
Yes.
And 100% more aliens.
Yeah.
He what's the fight? Smith. So how can you think in a place like this and looks at the girls got giant big old boobs hanging out? It's like all the blood's leaving my head.
But I love that Dolph
Gundren's.
Rolf Gundren.
Rolf Gundren here.
I love that Jack is very much appreciating everything that's happening in this room.
This is where he goes to think.
He's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, lady, you look good.
Yeah, that's how
Damn,
Jacks
no
think.
titties, you look good too.
They go to bars and look at tits. That's what Jacks do.
Don't care the sizes, they just look good.
Oh, no, don't care about the size. Shapes, definitely. Sizes, don't care.
What's a bad shape?
I have to see it to show you, but it's
Sideways?
I'm okay. You might
Did you say
even
sideways?
Yeah. Is that a bad shape for a boob?
my favorite or my
Oval.
I still like him, but I don't like the banana clips, the ski slopes as much.
Oh. Those are usually
But
from
really, the
women
most
who had
important thing is
children.
the nipple.
Yeah.
No, I know girls like in high school when I was in high school. Not that I know them now in high school.
Oh, that they were bigger and lost
that
weight.
they
and
they
now
had
they're-
the whoop. It just happens.
Welcome to Titcast.
I'll still get around there.
I have a girlfriend who had like the nipples on top,
What?
not like on top, but like they're
They
like
do the slope
here.
and then the nipples are
When
up.
she's breastfeeding, she just puts the baby over her shoulder, face down. There you go, hands free.
I call them like the teardrops. So there's like a lot of boob underneath, and it's more like
Oh, okay.
when you're not wearing a bra, your nipples are still pointing that way
North.
and not down.
North, not south.
So he goes to a strip club to meet Boner.
Uh-huh.
And that's not a euphemism.
You can find a lot of boners in strip clubs, dude. All right, buddy?
Welcome to the show, or back again, Boner.
Yeah, Michael J. Pollard, who was on The Wild Angels as Pygmy.
Most importantly to me, he's in Scrooged.
Yep.
Scrooge, Tango and Cash.
It's a Christmas
Dick
movie,
Tracy.
guys. Of course,
Oh,
he's
it
in
is a Christmas movie.
So is it like the same Christmas? Like this year he's doing that, next year he goes out and dies?
Yeah.
This is what happens, dude. He gets a gun shoved in his dick, and he's like, well, I can't recover from that. I got to start doing drugs and drinking, and now I'm homeless.
But he's basically asking this guy, hey, my partner's dead. I want you to tell me who killed him, holding the gun to his dick. And he's like, also asking, where are the fucking drugs? And he's like, dude, the Martians have them.
Yeah.
Which is
funny
funny.
because there's aliens.
But he's like,
he
no,
doesn't know
they're
that.
not in the fucking streets, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of thought you guys took them.
Yeah. The white boys think the cops did it. He's like, well, that's fucking stupid. He's like, well, that's what they think.
I'm just telling you what you fucking want to know. Why you have a gun on my dick?
Would I lie to you when you're going to blow my dick off?
Yeah.
And then he looks at his boyfriend.
Oh,
He
yeah,
called
because
him
what he
his
says.
boyfriend.
He's like, he says something about, like, you tell me you're going to blow your boyfriend's head off or something. And that's
Smith has got a fucking revolver right to him.
Yeah. So then they go back to the crime scene. They're trying to work out what the weapon is.
And we find out that Smith is a very by the book. Instincts are bullshit. You learn everything.
They're
It's just
nothing but
habits.
a bunch of learned responses.
Yes.
And I'm ready for everything. That's what he says.
Yeah,
He's like,
and-
I've studied for every situation. Have you studied for fucking aliens that shoot heroin to people and steal their fucking brain fluid for drugs?
No,
Have you studied for that? They teach that?
no.
And Dolph asks him, like, well, what do you do when you meet something you haven't ever seen? And he's like, I don't know. I haven't run into that until now. And he's like, so what are you going to do?
Oh.
What are you going to do? Use
Follow
my
my
instincts.
instincts.
Yep.
They find the weapon because it's lodged in the speaker. And Smith tries to pull it out. It zip zaps around the room and goes right back to the speaker. So they're
Magnets,
like, oh,
dude.
Magnets.
How do those work?
It's a miracle. So now that's a murder weapon, and they take that with them. He takes
And the whole speaker box.
Oh, you have to. You're like,
he's taking the evidence home, and Smith's like, no.
this is not supposed to be here. This is not how we do this by the book. I don't know what book you read.
I'm taking it to my friend at the university first. If you don't want me to do that, take it from me.
What fucking university does this guy fucking go to?
Dude.
The University of
this
Tweaktown.
scientist.
Did you learn that in drug school?
He goes to Tweaktown University. It's right down the street from Georgetown.
You
This
called
guy-
it that this was coffee, by
Oh,
the
because
way.
I knew it's got like one of those. I mean, it's a whole series of tubes and drips and yada yada. I was like, that's coffee. It's gonna be cute and just show. And I also wanted some of that coffee.
Well, it's got double the caffeine.
Chemical coffee, fucking weak ass American coffee couldn't even keep a mouse awake. His line, dude, he has got fucking random assortment of pills all over this fucking. You know what it kind of reminded me of? Fringe.
Oh,
When the
yeah,
main
with the
guy, I
doctor.
think what's his name? Something Noble, Peter Noble? No, John Noble. Anyway,
the older guy.
yeah, he's making his own LSD.
Pacey's dad,
Yeah,
the doctor.
yeah. Oh, the son's name is Peter.
Wait, Pacey.
Pacey from
No,
Dawson's Creek.
No, no.
Joshua Jackson's dad.
Okay,
He'll always be Pacey to no one.
not me. No, never
Who
watched
was he in the
1
Mighty
minute
Ducks?
of that. He was Charlie.
Charlie's
well,
dad.
I'd never watched a minute of it either, and it's still like when we were trying to come up with we were on Power Rangers and we were talking about that little fan film, and like I was like, Dawson's in that one.
Yeah, Dawson, because he's Dawson.
It's his creek.
Yeah, I don't know Paisley.
I honestly don't even
Pacey.
know if that was his character.
Paisley?
Pacey
Are you trying to say Casey?
with the P.
Pacey? That's so
P-A-C-E.
stupid.
Also, I
Anyway.
don't know if Dawson's name was Dawson.
It was.
Pace me again.
Before they take that
so
to him,
upset right now.
we have Lambert attacking this guy in a warehouse. Same thing, but now The other alien, Azek, is catching up to him, so he does still kill this dude,
I want
but
those
he
sweet
interrupts
brain
him.
juices. I'll have to get them later. I'm crushed for time.
And this is where we see those guns for the first time. So they've got this gun. It's a.
Ooh, I like these guns.
So it's based off of a real gun. I have it here somewhere.
And these guns were also in Stone Cold.
M950.
Calico M950. Yeah, and they were also in Stone Cold. I don't remember, but Jack did.
Yeah.
But not so much with the alteration.
No, it's very fucking close though. I think it added a thicker barrel to make it look more big bada
the
booma.
flame launcher.
And then, well, that's just the practicality.
Well,
of
it's
it.
like when he's shooting it, it's like an automatic pistol. Like it shoots really fast, except for whatever it's shooting at goes into an instant explosion.
Hey, you've played Borderlands, dude. They got incendiary rounds on some of these. This is a fucking doll weapon.
Oh, the one gun that Lilith is shooting at, where like she has to like.
Oh yeah.
Derek definitely had those on his.
Fuck yeah, why wouldn't you?
So this is one of the cooler scenes of the movie because this is when Azek's chasing him. He goes running across for some reason he runs across the top of these cars.
This is easily my favorite scene in the movie.
They have all these cars lined up. This dude's running across these cars as they're exploding one by one right behind him. And apparently he couldn't see with these contact lenses in.
Oh, because his eyes are all white, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case we didn't say. I don't think we did. But.
No, we didn't. But he couldn't see shit with these contact lenses in. And he still had to do this stunt, hit his marks, obviously, because if he didn't, he's going to get hurt severely.
Badly.
He ran across these cars as they exploded, and Matthias Hughes did all this, and he did it all in one take.
This nowadays, if it's not
Amazing.
CG, would be wire work.
Yeah.
Which is better than CG. I'm not complaining about wire work by any means. I'm just saying this dude did it fucking sans wires.
Yeah.
Like he is just, if I was going anywhere, I was running on top of cars. Cars. You know that fucking song I love?
He runs across, jumps out a window.
Did you
I'm
see
like
that
a
guy?
shadow
That guy
in
just
the
pushed him
night.
out the window.
I do want to mention, before they go to the university, because we already talked about him going there, but they get to Dolph Lundgren's house.
Oh, that's right.
And Smith is like taken aback because this is like a swanky pad with like art on the walls. He's offering him wine.
Did you just offer me wine, not a fucking warm PBR? Weird. Oh, I do want to go back real quick to when they're first leaving the police station. Smith's like, do you want to change? He's like, what? You don't like my clothes? It's like, well, outward appearances are very important. It tells people how to feel about you or something like that. And he's like, well, maybe you should ride in the trunk.
I did like that.
I was like, fuck you, dude. Dolph is dressed fucking fine for
He's
not
got
being
a nice leather
he's a
bomber on.
detective.
He's not an FBI guy, so fuck you. He doesn't need that monkey suit.
Yeah, he's a detective. Detectives wear what they want to wear.
He's going to detect how he's going to kill you. You keep that up.
But he tells Smith, because Smith's like, I'm going to take this fucking thing to Switzer, because that's always, the whole time he's up Switzer's ass.
That's it. I'm going to Switzer.
And he's like, if you try to take this disc, I'm going to hit you very, very hard.
And I think it might kill you, by the way.
There have been numerous times where he does comment how Ben does not have love for the case. He's like, you're
It's just sorry. It just sounds like you gave him a stupid nickname, but it's his last name.
last name.
Oh, Ben, come back.
That his heart isn't in the case. He's like, you just want to win. You just want to.
You want promotions?
Yeah, that's all you want. You're just in it to climb a ladder. You're not in it to actually, solve something.
Do the right thing. Kind of.
Yeah,
maybe?
but also Dolph Lundgren's not in it for the best reasons. You see it in every cop movie. It always works out for them, but in the real world, it wouldn't. Where it's like, I'm here to get revenge.
Yes, but he's also
He's not
trying to
do
stop
revenge right now.
everything. Like that's why he stops that fucking robbery. He could have easily been like, you know what? Let them kill that. Or not even kill. Let them get away with $85. And I'm
Yeah.
just going to make
There's
sure
money
that
in
my
the
part.
cash drawer.
Of course, there's money in the cash drawer. That guy Buzz was so excited. There's money, paper. Have you ever seen green paper?
Yeah, instead of them taking his $85, he caused $5,000 worth of damage and killed 2 people.
Look,
That's why they always said, don't stop robberies.
Hey, Christopher Lambert here. You know what I should have done? I should have not injected all these innocent people. I should have found junkies. Nobody would care if I was ridding the city of drug dealers and junkies.
But they wouldn't get the endorphins anymore.
Oh, that's right. I forgot how drugs work. Never mind. I'm going to go to suburbia and kill a nice family.
But Smith does say something to Dolph here. He's like, why don't you like me? Is it because I'm more successful than you? And he's like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
that's
it.
right.
Bingo.
I thought
And
so.
then he's not lying because he's like, that is exactly it. Not what you said, but like what you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that you would say that to another
Because
human
that
being.
sentence came out of your mouth is exactly why I don't like you.
So Dolph goes to Diane's house.
Ben also downs like a whole glass of wine in one sip and says, "I'll see you in the morning." Like, okay, you unclassy sumbitch.
I have really nice wine. I drink it like a shot.
Dolph's got his pinky out and he's sipping.
Did you see how tiny this glass was in Dolph's hand and how big it was in Ben's
Well,
hand?
dude,
Oh,
Dolph
Ben-
Lundgren, I don't know how tall he is. 6'2", probably.
Oh, no,
This guy's-
he's
he's
got to
like
be
6'5",
taller.
isn't he?
Got.
well,
I
he's
would-
not as tall as Matthias Hughes, and Matthias Hughes is 6'5".
I'm gonna put him at 6'3" then, I guess. Well, also, whoever's name you said, Christopher Lambert, is wearing big, thick platforms,
Yeah, okay.
unless he's running on cars.
And then this guy, Brian Ben is 5'4", maybe.
Oh, 6'5" on Dolph.
Whoop,
Oh, okay.
whoop. Fuck you, motherfucker.
So they were
So-
just Gandalfing him a little bit.
They
Yes,
they definitely did. They shot it at
1000%.
weirder angles.
I thought about that while we were watching this too, because there's a part where Dolph is talking to Smith,
oh, dude.
and it's like shooting downward toward him, and I was like, huh. You didn't need to do all that CG work, Peter Jackson. You just hire these two. He's literally fucking Frodo.
There is
next to Gandalf.
actually a lot of shots in that are forced perspective
Oh, I
instead
know,
of
I
CG,
know.
but there is some that's not,
Yeah.
obviously.
But there's a moment where Dolph Lundgren goes to Diane's house. She gets mad at him, slaps him, and then they fuck.
A little slap and tickle.
Did you tell him about last night?
That's from Beer Fest.
Anybody want a little slap and tickle?
And when they get back to the house, when he gets back to his house, the door is open, and the place has been tossed, and Smith is in there.
It's Smith that did it.
He immediately.
We don't know that.
He thinks
Well,
that it's
No,
Smith.
because he says to Spitzer, Spicer, Spoocher,
Switzer,
Switzerland.
whatever.
Switzerland says to him, like, hey, good job on getting that magnet back and something else. So he was at.
But he didn't get it back. That was later.
No, but I'm saying, but he did. I'm jumping way ahead when Switzerland
I know.
tells him, but he was looking for it here.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like, he even asked him, he's like, I got here, your door was kicked open, so I came in. Where's the magnet? And he's like, I left it at with a friend. He's like, oh, okay, good. Meaning he
okay.
didn't know where it was. Yes, ma'am.
I have something to say to that. So I kind of disagree with you.
You can.
I don't think it was Ben that did it. I think that it was Schweitzer's men that did it.
It would. I still think it was
because I
Schweitzer.
think Ben.
Or Ben.
I think Ben said something to Schweitzer and was like, "Well, he's keeping it at his house and da da da." And because when we fast forward to the scientist, when he gets all fucked off,
Oh yeah.
he makes a comment. They look
It
like
was a
you.
bunch of dudes in suits that looked like you.
Yeah.
Yes, because
So that's why I don't-
devil's advocate.
Okay.
He did. Ben did do this because Dolph is onto him. He's like, "You just showed up," and he's like, "Yeah." Hey, they're onto me. Send a team while I'm with him so he won't think it's me next time.
Because now he takes Ben Smith.
It honestly doesn't matter. We just know it's all feds doing it.
Yes.
That's what matters.
Because now he takes him to the university to meet this tweaker, and so now Brian Ben Smith, little guy,
Brian Ben little fucking Smith.
knows where it is, so he could give them the location.
Yeah.
But they go to this guy, and yeah, he's making coffee that's twice as strong, whatever. He's got just a smorgasbord of pills
He's
on the
got
countertop.
blue pills, white pills,
This
purple
guy
pills,
is
yellow
just
pills.
Uppers, downers, zingers, little fucking screamers.
I just think of Grandma's Boy, Space Shuttle.
She's got a fucking tackle box full of that.
I made a happy face.
But he's like, I need all this stuff for my research, and Brian Smith is like, I don't give a
I
fuck
don't give
about
a
any
fuck.
of this.
Dude,
We're just here about the.
I'm a
disc."
fed, not a cop. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bust you for not even selling drugs, making them.
Yeah.
Well, I do like when he's like, yeah, I made this coffee. You guys should get some coffee. And then he just stops. He's like, ah!
Oh.
I need to relax.
And then when he's talking and then he lays down and folds himself backwards.
As your wife said, he's gauging how close he is to essing his own D.
Yeah.
Let me just
Like,
see
that's
how
the
far I am.
Am I wrong in assuming that's the position you would want to be in? Like,
Oh, I'm way too fat for
Probably wouldn't
Well, not
want to
you.
be in, but
I'm way
But
too fat to try
in
and ess
order
my own
for
D.
it to happily fall into your mouth, you'd need to like roll back onto your shoulders.
I'm going to use this as a pickup line. Hi, can I happily fall into your mouth later?
I don't know. You should try it.
I'm gonna get slapped.
But he tells them that basically the disc is a powerful, self-contained electromagnet. It's like tuning your radio to KILL.
I love that.
I'd listen.
And they're using the electromagnetic charge of humans to do something.
Yeah, because we all have our own frequency.
Yeah, you got it.
Yada yada magnets.
Somewhere
Yada,
in there,
yada
somewhere in there,
science.
that mechanic chick gets killed too.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
And we don't
scene.
get boobies, we get bra shot.
We get bra shot,
but
and I'm not even saying the great scene was because of her boobs, which are great. The great scene is the fucking dummy work we spoke of.
Oh, I was going to talk about that bra. That front clasp.
You're way more allowed to talk about it than I am. It's for whatever reason, it's a lot less skeezy when a woman with a bra fetish talks about a bra than a man with a bra fetish talks about a bra.
I got to tell you, when I was younger, I was all about the front clasp.
Oh, it's frontsies is naughty.
It's so
well,
not
and you
only
can just
that,
go like this.
Well, yeah.
Good pantomime, Derek.
But like, so I had
like
to wear a bra
snapping.
at a very young age to where the boys would like try and unsnap it
Sure,
as I'm
sure.
walking. I'm like, I'm 5th grade, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Back off.
Leave me alone, coach.
So in 5th grade, I started wearing the front clasp because nothing got fucked with anymore.
Yeah, perfect.
Fun stuff. But yeah, no, front clasps.
What a wonderful thing to grow up as a woman with boobs, getting your bra snapped all the time. Life is good for you.
Fucking boys are trash. Oh, but we were told
Men aren't much worse.
it's
much
okay.
better.
They just like you.
Mhm.
They're gonna beat you up. It's fine,
Mm-hmm. He made you eat dirt. He loves you.
right? It's the breaking crayon syndrome. Well, tell him not to break crayons and to kiss a girl instead.
Crayons?
Crayons.
It's like the one thing that she doesn't enunciate like overly.
But
There's
so-
plenty I don't enunciate.
Oh, is that correct?
So they go back to Diane, and this is when she tells them like, basically this dude stole a lot of heroin so he could kill people with it.
Wait a minute. Is this a little ditty about Jack and Diane?
It is.
Oh my
my
god! How did we not get that during the fucking movie?
Because we didn't call him Jack the entire time. He's
No,
just
we
Dolph.
didn't.
Little ditty about Dolph and Diane.
Still works.
Chasing down aliens, shooting up heroin in every man.
Ow! That's a banger right there.
But Smith's like, why would anybody do that? And she's like, I don't know. People do a lot of sick shit to each other. And then looks over at Dolph with like fuck eyes. And I was like, dude, what are you guys doing in the scenes we didn't see?
Oh my god! When she's when she's doing like about to do the autopsy, and she asks Ben and Dolph like, "Do you want to be in here?"
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna
Ben-
cut this guy's fucking skull open.
Ben's like, no, I gotta make a phone call.
Or something. He's like, I gotta go make a phone call or anything else besides be here.
Yes,
Yeah,
I want to
dude,
be in there.
Your wife was like, I'd love to watch that.
I
fucking
wanna
Well,
be in
and
skull
when
there.
get
Dolph
cut
goes out
open.
and he's on the phone, he's like, it's just getting a little stuffy in there, you know. It's,
Also, nobody had any protection. Like, there's gonna be blood. If I know the human body at all, there's gonna be blood everywhere.
Oh, you definitely wear the glasses that have the
yeah.
thing that goes over your face.
Oh, I would definitely wear.
but there's this extra in this next part where Dolphin and Smith are leaving, and this extra playing a cop comes up, and I can't remember his exact line. He did,
This came for you today.
but yeah, he's just like, "Oh, hey, Kane, this came for you today," and he like hands him a letter, and then like Dolph takes it and starts walking away, and the guy stands there for a second, and, like looks all proud, and then just walks off screen.
He winks at the camera. You know he was up all night like, hey, this came for you today. This came for you today. This came for you today. Whoa, bro, this came for you today.
Came for you today.
Hey, look what just came for you today.
But this is a signed photograph from
Muhammad Ali.
Sherman, whatever, Victor.
Big mouth.
Yeah, the guy from earlier. And it's like, having a great time in Rio. Wish you were dead. Love whoever the fuck.
P.S. I told Warren. I told Warren. I don't even know why I try to remember names. I just kind of like look at Whitney. Like, I told
Warren.
to come look you up.
So they're going.
Warner.
No, it's Warren.
Is it Warner?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it right to front.
They're
I thought his
going-
name was Warren.
My name's not fucking Warren.
His name's not Warren?
I thought his name was Warren.
They're going to see Warren, and on the way, some white boys are tailing them, and they're like Corvette or whatever. And there's a big car chase. Dolph Lundgren is like, "Hey, how well do you know this neighborhood?" He's like, "I know it okay." He's like, "You should probably let me drive." "No, I'm driving." "Okay, well, those guys are going to chase us." And they start shooting out the back window. He's like, "You can drive."
There's some white boys checking us.
He does the smartest way of switching seats, though. You
Yes.
see people do this in
All
movies all
right.
the time, but this dude just dives in the back.
Nope.
And
Disagree.
Dolph jumps over.
Disagree. I really wanted to see Dolph on his lap for fucking like 3
I said smarter,
seconds.
not
It's
more
okay, all right,
entertaining.
fair,
Ben would have been on Dolph's lap.
Either way, I want to watch that.
Because that's how they always do it. That would be like Bob Newhart sitting in Will Ferrell's lap in Elf.
I have a quick rewrite. Dolph sits on his lap and he just disappears. He doesn't even like. They don't switch spots.
He just absorbs
sits on
into the
him.
seat.
And he's just all pressed. I think we lost him.
But this is the smarter way because you see people try to do that where they go, the one guy switches to the passenger seat, the other guy switches to the driver's seat. And I'm like, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
And this fucking Smith is just like,
I'm out of here. Grab this wheel because we are careening down the fucking highway.
So we're going to have this high-speed chase with a Corvette and a station wagon.
Love me a station wagon.
Level a good Woody.
Love a good one.
And it's a cool chase. Obviously, we're not going to describe the chase. Watch the movie if you want to see it.
So then he takes that turn at 80 miles, and he's all, got him.
And there was like,
Well, there is that part because Smith pulls out this fucking Dirty Harry gun.
where'd you get that?
It might be a 22, but Smith's a small man.
No, it's not
No,
a 22.
just
It's like a Desert Eagle with
because
the scope.
Smith's so tiny. Is
No,
the-
Dirty Harry gun is 100% correct, except it has a sniper scope on it.
He's
I was
like-
right then.
And Dolph Lundgren's like, "Where'd you get that?" And he's like, "Christmas present from my mom."
I'm going to need to meet your mom.
Yep.
Can I get on that Christmas list at all?
But so they get away from those guys because the white boys don't want to scratch their cars.
He knew,
Oh,
too.
they're gonna play chicken.
And they get to this law firm or whatever it is and meet Warren, who's played by Sam Anderson, who is
Oh,
in.
Mr. Anderson.
That's what Smith should have said when he walked in. I'm Agent Smith.
Mr. Anderson.
But this guy, we've seen in a lot of stuff, or at least a few things.
It took me, I didn't even get to it until I think you, Derek or Whitney, which one of you?
I saw
Derek,
it.
because Whitney
Derek
said
clocked
he
it.
looked
The
like
teacher
Tom.
in Forrest Gump.
Yeah, the principal that
Is there a
Sally Fields
Mr.
fucking.
Gump, Mrs. Gump?
I did say immediately. I was like, "Oh, what's up, Teach?"
Yeah.
That's what
It's
I
the
said.
one
That's
that it's
it.
the one that Sally Field fucks so that Forrest can keep going to school.
Your mama sure does care about your education.
But he is also in seasons 4 and 5 of Justified. I can't remember. I think his name was like Lee.
Harvey
Harvey
Oswald.
No, I think it was like he's trying to high five you. I think it was Paxton or something. He's the guy who's like he's at the rich people swinger party that Walton Goggins goes to, and he owns like a funeral home, and Walton Goggins ends up beating the shit out of him and banging his wife.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a judge.
You know what, dude? You still got a
Or
story.
he knows a judge.
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
something.
How'd you get that black eye, dude? Walton Goggins beat the shit out of me and fucked my wife. Dope.
He was also he was the head of Wolfram and Hart in Angel,
Yes, he was.
the one that gets killed in like season 2 or
It's
3.
the stupidest thing you said today.
No, it's not.
Basically the same character he's playing here, by the way,
Oh,
except
okay.
for he works for like demons and stuff.
Well, drug dealers, demons, tomato, tomato.
He was also on Lost and ER and Melrose Place.
Of course.
I am getting so sick of this Melrose Place.
We haven't actually watched Melrose in months.
I'm gonna start taking a shot every time you say it, and I'm gonna just see if I can go the whole podcast.
Let's bring another bottle.
I got
Amber,
sweat
pick
mouth.
a bottle.
Melrose Place.
Melrose Place.
But so they're telling him like, hey, we thought you guys took the drugs. Don't know what to tell you. They're being snarky assholes. But basically they're like, you have to go do this drug deal for us.
Oh, because they get Smith, by the way, is what happened.
Yeah,
Dolph,
yeah.
Dolph's got the one gun on 20 people. They all have their guns on the table. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Like they're all sitting. Like you show up to this meeting, you're like, and put the guns on the table.
Well, it's like the Knights of the Round Table where they put their swords
It's like,
in.
that's what I thought it
Yeah.
looked like, except for it's Berettas.
I like that though.
But yeah, he's got the drop on them. But they come out with Ben. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna make Ben bang bang dead.
Well, they're like, you're going to do this for us or you'll become known for having dead partners. And then it's kind of funny because it's the shot of Brian Ben sitting there and then just like 3 guns come at different times out of off screen, just pointing at his head.
It's very Bugs Bunny, and I'm not mad at that.
So he takes the briefcase of drugs to this briefcase store, which I guess existed in the 80s.
It's a luggage
was a
store.
luggage store.
There used to be
Oh,
one.
okay.
There used to be one at the Park Place Mall.
Yeah.
Now you just go to a department store.
No, you fucking Amazon.
Well, in like, I'm sure in like New York City and shit where they have like, you know, big talk businessmen. there's,
Look at that, he brought it back
He did.
There's like briefcase stores where you go in to get your fancy briefcases.
for sure.
Where like American Psycho type guys go.
Oh yeah.
I would like my business card in
This one's
eggshell.
an eggshell
Ooh,
with a raised
this is a
font.
Cadillac of business cards, my friend.
So one of these days we'll have to do American Psycho on Patreon
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and American Psycho 2 on the main
When is
feed.
Christian Bale's birthday?
Who
cares?
is in American Psycho 2? Is it
I-
a female?
Yes. Wasn't it the girl from
Don't ask me.
Oh, you know, never mind. I'm thinking of Donnie Darko's sequel that I didn't watch.
also a girl? But
Yeah, that's what I was
it's
thinking.
the girl
about, though.
from that 70s show?
Mila Kunis?
Yes, Mila Kunis. And I know William Shatner shows up in there too.
There's some hot chick here. It's giving me some thing.
That hot girl just fed a cat to an ATM.
Wait, what?
That happens in American Psycho.
Just the phrasing, just fed a cat to an ATM.
But so Al Leong's there. He takes the briefcase of drugs, gives Dolph Lundgren an empty briefcase, says, "Tell the white boys to kiss my ass," and runs out.
Don't forget, the triad runs this town, motherfuckers.
And then in the alley, Dolph chases him out there in the
Ali
alley.
Leong. It's a long alley.
He is Ali Leong now because he's dead in this alley.
Yeah.
And
But he didn't get to the Christopher Lambert didn't get to finish the job.
no, but he did get the drugs.
Yes. But
Which-
I think he was trying to.
I think he wanted to do
I
the,
think he
do
wanted
the
to do the
whole
old
thing too.
poke and stroke.
Yeah, the whole poke and stroke. Poke and suck?
But well, you poke in the drugs and you stroke out the adrenaline.
Got it.
It rhymes.
But he wanted to do that, but he still got the briefcase full of drugs, which will help him do more pokes and strokes.
I like poke and stroke better.
Azek shows up and chases.
Isaac, hey, Isaac.
Isaac
Give me a
shows up.
cocktail, Isaac.
Isaac gets that and he chases Christopher Lambert out.
Hey, why do you have such a funny fucking name, Isaac?
You're a funny name.
I don't like the way
Isaac.
you sound. You have a funny accent.
And they blow up this alley and they blow up the car at the end. Just more explosions. Smith was being held hostage by the white boys. We didn't mention they were outside the luggage store while he went in. And he breaks away from them by kicking them in the cubes.
Correct the cubes.
It's now officially a 90s movie because there was a nerd shark.
Nerd shark?
A nerd shark. You know what? You kick me in the nuts hard enough, I will shit my pants. Like that is a button.
It's a button.
Oh, there was one time when I was in high school and there was this girl I used to hang out with. Don't remember her name.
Nerd shark.
And she comes up one day, like, you know, she was always doing the thing where she would like hit you or whatever, not just to me, to everybody. She comes up and she's walking toward me and she goes to kick me in the leg. And I moved to the side instinctively. So square right in the nerds.
Ugh.
And one of them,
Both
I
of
swear to
them?
God, went right up into my throat.
Like both of them?
oh, it was
yeah.
it was like the ankle, like where your foot curves into
Oh,
your
she Dolph
like,
Lundgren
Why
you?
did you walk into the kick?
Well, I didn't mean
No, he
to.
did this. He
I did
a
like I
pivot.
did like a pivot, and instead of the foot kicking my leg, which was what she was going for,
Oh,
kicked me right in the sack. And I'm pretty
She
sure
didn't mean to kick that high, but his leg wasn't there, so it just whoop.
I'm pretty sure one went somewhere up around like my tonsils.
My nuts are halfway up my ass, but other than that, I'm perfect.
Weird science.
Could be why I never impregnated anyone.
Could be.
I mean,
Could be.
I tried pretty hard too, but not
You
that
also
hard.
just you're not supposed to pull out. Anyway, moving on.
You're not supposed to?
did I ever tell you that
Well,
I
if you're
can't
trying to
make
have a
babies?
baby.
Oh no, I'm never trying. Just saying there's, you know, things happen.
I'm like a sofa. I always pull out.
And it's uncomfortable.
You don't want to sleep on me. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, so this is where she kind of tells them, like, I think it's Diane who reveals like kind of what's going on. She's like, the heroin's making the endorphins. He's stealing the endorphins from the brain. Well, someone is doing this because she doesn't.
Yeah. And it's these are people that aren't junkies. Like this is a fucking hero dose of heroin
Yeah.
for people that have never done heroin.
And Dolph Lundgren takes Smith in the hallway and he's like, I think we're dealing with aliens and not from Mexico.
Dude, fuck off.
It's
Call-
he's not
1990
even.
called it once it's joke. Oh wait, this is 1990.
Wait.
No, he's not even cooking down this heroin. He's just like diluting it because it is as white as it is in powder.
It's just mixed with water.
It's
like
literally, it's just diluted. So
it's not
white
no diluted
liquid.
is washed out, right?
Well, it's water added to it,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's
But
diluted.
to your point though, like you say, he's not
It's
cutting it.
rehydrated,
He's
so
not
it's white, like skim milk. Is
Diane mentions that we don't have the technology to take the endorphins and turn them into something that could be used as a drug. So this guy's got it all in his little arm cannon.
I was really
so
hoping
it's got
like
something where he can put the heroin in and it processes it into something that will be at least, you know, break
skim
upable by
milk
the human
substance.
body.
nothing on this world, but on my world, this is how we take picnics. We shoot heroin into people, and then we take it in a vial and we pass it around like cider.
I saw that little xenomorph crawling on the ceiling.
I like to get high off of your endorphins.
You know, we haven't even done Mortal Kombat yet, so no one gets it.
They get it. If
watch
they
Highlander.
If they
Watch
listen to
fucking
this?
Mortal Kombat. Watch anything with Christopher Lambert. I think if you've heard me speak, you know exactly how he talks. I'm spot on.
He doesn't talk like that in Southland Tales, but that's also like 2011.
But also, I've never seen that one. I know I'm in it, but I've never seen it.
But that's like 2011. He knew how to speak English by then.
He learned English for Highlander, I think you told me.
Yeah,
Somebody
it's
What
learned-
language did he speak?
French.
Swede.
He's Canadian.
French,
French-Canadian.
French, Swede, Canadian.
French
Oh.
Swede.
He's
French,
always
French,
is he a
French,
fucking Newfie? Is he from Newfoundland?
He's from wherever the
I
French
think he's a
part.
Newfie.
Quebec. Yeah, good fishing down there in Quebec.
Good fishing in Quebec.
Good fishing in Cabo.
But yeah, this is when they go to Tweaker Guy's place. Somebody took the disc and beat the shit out of him.
I'm surprised that he even felt pain with the amount of pills, dude. Like he could have gotten beat up and been like, no pain. I feel amazing.
How do you feel? I feel like you look like shit.
Yeah, look at yourself.
How do you feel? I don't know. That's the Green Martian in the corner. He's in charge.
I've had an experience like that.
Mine wasn't a Green Martian, but I've definitely had somebody
Yeah.
not there in charge of my life.
Yep.
Look, Salo over there says I feel fine.
The sword from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Shauna, says I'm doing good.
The Lambert is killing another person in a grocery store, but there's two other people there. So he kills the two people and starts trying to kill that guy. Isaac shows up
Isaac is here. Everybody pay attention to Isaac.
and chases him out. Again, blowing up all the store aisles, blowing up a car outside, but leaving a witness.
So
now.
that's what's funny though, is I think either like right we're about to get there where Dolph is like he's on our side. Like one of them's a good guy. He's not on your side because there's going to be collateral damage with how he's fucking shooting at this guy.
There's collateral damage with cops shooting at other people.
Well, he
so.
Oh,
says-
for sure.
So,
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're, like,
not in the 90s.
Well, like if you're a baby
Yeah,
in your
90s.
crib and the cops go and they raid your neighbor's house, but they get the address wrong, you're just collateral damage. It's fine.
But you know what?
Look,
Thank
we're
God
throwing
our
a
cops
flashbang
don't-
into a baby's crib. It's not a big deal.
Thank God our cops don't have incendiary rounds like this.
fuck.
They've got all the other
That'd be
military
Judge Dredd.
weaponry.
That is Judge Dredd.
Right?
But even he has non-lethal options he uses.
So there's a witness left behind. So they go down there to find out any information they can. But there's a bunch of suits there who won't let them in, including Smith, even with his FBI ID.
And well, it starts with the coroner because she's like, dude, I'm signing off on like my name is being signed on dead bodies, and I haven't even seen the crime yet, the
Yeah.
crime scene yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's trying to get in. He tries to get in. He pulls out. Dolph pulls out his badge. Smith pulls out his badge.
Which
This
is a
guy's
funny
like, look, you
moment.
can all put your wallets away.
Yeah, I like that guy. I wanted to fight here because Dolph's like, I'm pretty sure I'm going in, and they're like, no, and two more guys back him up. Like, I could kick all three of you with one
Right?
kick.
That's what I was expecting.
I wanted that.
So, same.
Even if you don't go in, because I know the plot has to progress that he doesn't go in,
Mhm.
but at least like knock all three of them out, Three Stooges style,
Yeah.
with like one fucking kick, and then be like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, but then Ben walks 5 feet that way and just goes under to talk to the other guy.
Well, Schweitzer calls him over when he sees him, but this is showing like Schweitzer's been like whatever so far, but this is showing that he's shady. He's not a
Oh,
good
yeah.
dude.
And Ben's
He's
not,
covering
and
shit
that's
up.
why I'm saying
Well,
Ben
but
didn't
Ben
do it.
he is shady though.
But he's
He's
not.
just a
He
yes
is
man.
because once he gets his gun coming up, what's the first thing he does is give it to Schweitzer. Even like that's his only thing that he wants to do.
He
'Cause
has
Dolph
the
is like,
gun.
no, he ends up giving it to Schweitzer.
we'll get there. We'll get
Yeah,
there.
that's coming up in a
Okay.
minute.
Yeah, I know we're real close. Otherwise, I would just go with it. But we're close.
The chief comes over and basically tells Dolph like, "Hey, case is closed. Go on your vacation. Fuck off." Azek's watching
he
this whole
convinces
thing.
Claire to fucking quit her job and go
Diane.
with
Diane.
Who did I say?
Claire?
God.
I think that's Stone Cold.
No, I think I'm thinking of Scrooge. Anyway, Claire
Oh.
quits her job and changes her name.
But Azek is watching all this stuff happen, and he's bleeding like melted cream
Cream
cheese.
It's disgusting. Aliens are jars of mayonnaise. Hot, over microwaved mayonnaise.
Whole microwave mayonnaise would be over microwaved, by the way.
True. But I mean enough that it's like jumping out of the fucking goddamn jar like Ghostbusters 2.
That's exactly what I
when
was
you're
just
yelling
thinking.
at slime.
Did you put that mayonnaise in the microwave or in the toaster?
Did you fuck that mayonnaise? It's really gross. It's a cool looking effect, but me hating white creamy sauces, this is awful. This looks like somebody put too much sour cream in a burrito and didn't fill it up, like didn't close the end and squeezed it.
Are you sure you weren't touched when you were in Catholic school?
I'm not sure I wasn't.
your
I don't remember
affinity against all of it. It sounds like you got facialed.
I don't remember
when you
before
were
I'm
a
9,
baby.
so I do have great skin.
I mean,
You'd have to keep doing it to keep the
Why do
great
you
skin. though.
why do you think the fucking priests always have the kids pray on their knees?
exactly.
I mean, we pray on their knees, they pray on us.
So Dolph tells Diane.
It's funny because it's wordplay.
Dolph tells Diane, "Fuck this place, fuck these people. Let's go on vacation."
It's fucking.
She's like,
I
"Quit
have
your
to quit my
job. Let's go." And she's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, fuck it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And if you fuck me over on this,
Oh yeah. What are you
I
gonna
will
do?
fill your lungs with water."
Ooh, kinky.
And I don't mean vagina water this
My
time.
safe word is I come in peace.
My safe word is don't stop.
did you see the cop
Confusing.
look at her when she says that?
Yeah, he's like, oh.
like 2 of them like
He's-
look at her.
One wrote it down. He's like, she's gonna waterboard him. I'm gonna make a note that she threatened him in case we have to come back to this for a fucking
No, he's like
case.
Diane Corner.
Kinky shit.
So they have a little him and Dolph and Sam Smith, or not
Ben.
Sam Smith.
Ben,
Yeah.
Let
Ben.
me try that again. Dolph and Smith have a little
Dolphin Smith? Like you're making dolphins? Like dude, fucking he's a Dolphin Smith. I'll
It's like-
make him on too.
It's like golfing stuff, but it's
Can't get
Dolphin
enough.
Smith.
like people who work with leather, but they only work with dolphin skin.
I made you this
That's-
dolphin skin wallet.
That's
Don't
why
worry, it's okay. This dolphin was given way too much acid. It needed
It's
to die.
Dolphin's Ben Ben.
That dolphin was fucking having its way with people, I'll tell you. Had to be put down.
But they have a little confrontation in the parking lot because Smith is still being a sycophant.
Yeah.
And Dolph, he's like, "Look, your problem is you don't care about the rules. You're not a team player." And he's like, "Well, your team sucks," and walks off. He has a lot of one-liners. They're not great, but they
he
work
does-
because Dolph delivers.
This is
them.
where he tells
Yeah.
him, no, he's like, "Oh, wait, no, we're not there.
This
No,
is
yeah,
yet.
right
two.
here is where he says,
You're going to get that line.
yeah, you're gonna get that break a few eggs to make an omelet line, and you're just gonna suck it up."
Uh-huh.
And
He's
then
like, isn't this when he says this is 2?
No, that was back at the station.
Oh.
I was
I
like,
think
well, how
this was
many do
3.
I get? Oh, dude, I'm going to fucking sock you right now.
None.
Did we ever get 3?
No.
I think
this
right
was
here.
3.
This is
yeah.
3.
So Dolph goes to his car. Azek's in there, so they go away. Oh, Smith jumps in the car first, and he's like Dolph's talking to Azek. Smith starts talking to him, and he's like, "Can you just hold on a second?" And he keeps talking, and then he's like, "You know, there's an alien in your car."
Because the alien's dying, by the way, cottage cheese bleeding.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like, well, we have our body, like there's our evidence, and this dude explodes into a ball of light. Like, well, shit, we
Yeah,
have nothing.
basically he tells him he's a cop. I'm an officer of the law like you, and you have to promise me
He's
that
a
you're
drug
going to stop
dealer.
him. Yeah.
That's when Dolph like almost looks right into the camera. A street level, no good drug dealer.
But he makes him promise that he'll stop him, which means he has to stop him.
Uh-huh.
So he says, "I promise." That guy dies and explodes, and it's hilarious.
Aw, Isaac go boom.
Isaac,
So is there like
you're
burnt
tearing my car apart, Isaac.
is there burnt cream cheese all up in this Monte Carlo?
Oh god, dude, by the way, beautiful Monte Carlo. Like
Yeah.
late 80s
Yeah.
Monte Carlo. There's got to be some residue.
Right?
I mean,
Unless it's like a vampire. and
is
it
this
just
the equivalent
disappears.
of like when humans die, they shit their pants? These aliens just like shit cream cheese, hot mayo all over your car. Thank you, no. Selling that fucking thing.
Smith takes the gun to give to Schweitzer, and Schweitzer takes it, puts it in a bag, and then
This is why I think that he's a company man.
No,
His only
he's been
thought,
in on all of it.
Yeah, his only thought is to get Schweitzer the gun. He's like, also, good work on getting that CD back. So I still
did
maintain.
he say that?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he did.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear that.
But I
Yeah.
also maintain that he was like, I'm gonna get it from Dolph's house. And when he what do you call it? Tossed the house, it wasn't there. So he's like, well, fuck it. I'll pretend like, maybe he got caught right like in the middle of the act. And he's like, I'll just pretend that I'm, showing up late kind of thing.
Okay. And Dolph does give him dirty looks every time.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I don't believe you. I
Coming
don't
up, he
believe
even
you.
says like, trust no one. Rule number 1 of the Jack. What Jack Burton says at a time like this.
Well, it's because
Trust
Smith,
no one.
Smith kept quoting like
Page 1,
stuff
chapter
to him
1.
from
Yeah.
the Schweitzer manual. Page 11 of the Schweitzer manual, do this. Page 14, so he does that. But he does say
Are you fucking Schweitzer? You
He
sucking
does.
Schweitzer's dick?
He is.
before he leaves, he says something to Dolph. He's like, "We're the good guys, Jack. Somewhere along the line, you forgot that."
Uh-huh.
So he still thinks he's doing the right thing. He doesn't think that his boss is a corrupt
He
piece
thinks
of
that
shit.
Schweitzer's way is the way to do it.
Yeah.
But it is the right thing. But then after he gives him the gun, Schweitzer is just like, hey, look, you did good here. I'm not going to make you kill Jack. We'll have somebody else do that.
Yeah, we're going to use this alien technology to advance military weaponry and da-da-da. And you can see Smith being like,
killing, but
dude.
he's killing people, sir. And he's like, can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Yeah, and then Smith pulls his gun, or Schweitzer pulls his gun on Smith.
He goes, you get used to work like this. Trust me. And then pull his gun right to execute style.
Yeah. And fucking Dolph Lundgren blows this dude away.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what gun Dolph Lundgren's using, but this dude flies feet.
Looks like a Beretta. But I could be wrong. But either way, I mean, guns don't do this.
I was going to say it looked like a 22 in his hand.
Yeah, I was like, can a
so-
full-blown man fly like 7 feet away if you shoot him with a gun from a distance?
You would have to have a 50 cal or something big, like
Rambo 4 or Rambo.
the fucking 50 cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 50
Because those
cal
people
auto.
were just flip-flapping all over the place.
Sure, that makes sense.
Dolph and Smith go
Dolph and
to...
Smith.
Dolph and Smith goes to...
Dolphin Batman.
Is Dolphin Smith... That's got to be the name of one of Will Smith's kids, right? Dolphin?
I doubt it, but they changed their name to that. That identifies a dolphin.
But they go to Halleck's like hideout, and Smith has the alien gun because he took it back from Schweitzer.
Oh, because Isaac tells him, he's like, he's drug dealer, yada yada. If he succeeds and like leaves with this, he's gonna come back and murder people by the thousands.
He's bringing back more people.
He's bringing back more people.
Yeah.
Because this is cheap. Like, I mean, just imagine if America found out we can get oil from human bones.
Well, and the
Oh.
idea is it's not just that he can do that. He's stealing the drugs that make the people secrete the endorphins that he then steals also.
Uh-huh.
So we provide it all.
Yeah.
One-stop shopping.
One-stop shop Earth, dude.
You need heroin? You need endorphins? Come to Earth.
Boy, we got you covered on all fronts.
Come on down to Mad Willie's Earth.
Our prices are so low, they're going to think I'm mad.
Is there a dead hooker in that trunk?
You know his office is in Florida, right?
Ooh.
That's where all the Mad Willies are.
Oh, well,
What if it wasn't America?
then it'd be, come on over to Crazy Dick's. Mad Willie, Crazy Dick. You see what I did there, love?
I did.
So they go to the hideout. They're trying to find him. He attacks them.
It's a hideout. It's hard to find him.
He attacks them.
Where he hides, dude. It's in the name. We can't find his hideout. Really?
No, they found the hideout.
I know.
They're trying to find him in the hideout.
Because he's hiding in his hideout.
But he attacks them, and
I've got you by surprise, fuckers.
Smith is able to shoot this guy twice when Isaac couldn't hit him a single fucking time.
Yeah. Isaac was a really bad shot. It was good for us to watch all the boom booms he made, but a really bad shot.
Really bad shot.
But when he's leaving, like when he gets shot, he drops his cryogenic chamber of drugs that he has on his hip.
Sure. He drops all of his fucking dino DNA samples.
By the way, I
Dino
love he's
DNA.
got this little like fucking Batman
Walkman?
utility
It's-
belt thing
It's like
Walkman.
a fanny pack Walkman.
that when it opens, it shoots out like cryo stuff. But when Dolph Lundgren opens it later, he's holding it right below his face, and he opens it, and the stuff shoots right in his face. And I'm like, sure, it was like compressed CO2 or whatever. You don't know what the fuck just came out of
No,
that thing.
that's alien cold
like,
making.
psh, whoa, I'm fucked up, dude.
At best, it's Earth Freon. At worst, it's whatever aliens use instead of Freon.
It's basically like huffing the stuff that you spray your keyboard out with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you a real deep voice, by the way.
They go back to Dolph Lundgren's house before they go looking for him, and he's like, because Smith got hit in the arm with one of the spinny
The CD.
CDs.
oh, yeah.
And he's like, hey, do you have a jacket for me or something? So he gives him this jacket, and we're all going, this isn't going to fit.
No fucking way.
And
it
he's
fits
like, wow,
you.
it fits perfectly. And Dolph Lundgren's like, well, yeah, it should. It's the jacket I had when I was 12.
And dude, this jacket is like a fake
Top dog.
It's a fake Letterman jacket. Says Top Dog on the back. On the front, it says Captain. Do you guys remember Big Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is like from his days riding with Lance Henriksen and William Forsythe
Fuck you, pig.
before he became a cop.
Yeah. He was the first one to try to go undercover.
He had to move across the country. That's why he's over probably in California.
Probably
This
California.
seems like California.
Do you know where it was shot?
I don't.
Because
Off the top
I
of my
want to
head.
say it's Ohio. I have no reason.
I'm going to say California purely based on the fact, I'm looking it up right now, but purely based on the fact that like you think low budget and you think weird places like Ohio, but also not having to travel.
Yeah.
Oh, Houston.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. There was something that said Houston.
Yeah, it was shot in Houston, Texas. All right. But yeah, Diane shows up to go on the trip, and they're all like, well, we've got one more thing we have to do first. And she's like, dude, you said we were going on a fucking trip. He's like, we are.
That's it. I'm
We are.
waterboarding you.
I just have to murder an alien.
I'm filling your lungs with water. I told you I'm going to do it. Okay, now I have to burn the whole building down.
So the white boys show up to attack Dolph and Smith.
It's just funny. Like, then the white boys show up.
The white boys show up to attack Dolph and Smith.
Dolph and Smith is at it again with them white
And then
boys.
the Highlander shows up and fights the white boys.
Hey, I don't like the white boys. I don't like any of you.
There's so many fucking explosions in this because they're trying to shoot him.
This is the
They're
crescendo.
blowing up cars.
This is
Yeah.
our. We've all seen a fireworks show.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
your finale.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing.
Is that something they play at fireworks shows?
It's what plays in movies that have fireworks and culminations.
Yes. It's the
Okay.
it's the crescendo of the movie.
It's a weird thing to crescendo to, dude.
No, not if you do it like I do it.
Yeah.
Back to back with your best friend. We call it double dragon style.
You got fireworks going off and people dying. I
Yeah.
mean, why not?
Back to back would be Bad Boys style.
No, double dragon. You go back to back and
I
you
know.
lean
They-
on each
they
other
do
and
it in Bad
masturbate.
Boys too.
Oh.
They don't masturbate
See, that's why we call it double dragon.
because your dragons are out.
Uh-huh.
All right. But there's another car chase, which is great. More than one car chase. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another fairly extended one. I mean, we don't have any like.
Dude, your wife was so happy. You even called it out. Like the choreography, like, right? Like you still
Yeah,
call it.
I mean,
choreography?
these
Fucking
cars,
these car chases.
whipping around
Yes.
these corners. The streets are full of other cars.
They're driving
Obviously, they're
through
all
on
stunt,
traffic.
but
Yeah, they're going against the grain. They're doing the fucking pulling a salmon.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're driving the wrong
Christopher
way.
Lambert is driving a stolen police car with no door on it.
Oh, you gotta love that.
And Dolph Lundgren's driving his Monte Carlo. They do end up driving through a mall like fucking Blues Brothers.
Oh, they go a tenth of what Blues Brothers does.
Oh, they don't take out any kiosks along
Uh-huh.
the way.
Was there a Phantom in this mall?
Is there a phantom in the mall?
There is after fucking one of these guys definitely ran over people. That was a real phantom. Not just a so-and-so in a broken hockey mask.
Just an R word in a broken hockey mask.
Yeah, previous episode, Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge.
I actually want to watch that again
Yes.
and not
Yeah.
record. Like I just
Oh,
want
yeah.
to. I just want to watch it again.
I've
A
watched it
fucking
since
little-
we recorded.
Little baby Pauly Shore, dude, love
Yeah.
it.
No, it's a fucking hoot.
Yeah.
There is a cop who joins them because Dolph Lundgren calls and he's like, hey, I'm being pursued by a blue and white, but it's stolen. So this other cop shows up and he's like, you need to pull over the car, sir.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
this
you
guy-
over there.
This guy just shoots him in the fucking neck and he just goes right into like a barricade of like a tunnel, like the in
It's the-
between.
yeah,
it's
it's the
also
in-between.
the support beam for the road above them, for the bridge.
It's the only time we see Lambert smile.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Like,
that
he's
guy
like,
hits that fucking barricade and he's just like,
Dude, another fucking beautiful crash and huge explosion. Like
Yeah.
we can't say enough.
and it's not just like you see the
That's
car
why
driving.
there was no door on the car, so the stunt driver could jump out immediately.
no, there was
No
no
shit.
there was no door on.
Oh, that would have made
That's
sense.
right.
I was with you. I was like,
Oh.
no shit.
No,
dude.
but the cool thing about it is, not to harp on a small thing, but like it's not just like a shot of a car and then a shot of the barricade and then an explosion. Which
Yeah.
they do a lot where it's like
Or
you
explodes
just
before it
explode
hits.
some barrels or
This
whatever.
is
you
probably
see
my
this car make impact and crumple and then just explode.
It's probably my favorite of the movie.
Yeah.
it's
Explosion and maybe stunt even.
good. I think my favorite stunt is probably the running across the cars.
Oh, okay.
But this one's
that's
pretty
it. That's
close.
it. This is my favorite explosion then.
Smith turns around, blasts the fuck out of Lambert's car, and it flips over and explodes. And they're like, "Oh, cool!" And they get out.
Dude,
This
Smith,
dude
no,
just
Smith
walks.
gets out and he's all, "Yeah, punk, that's what I felt." Oh shit, he's up. Get up. Get up. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go,
Roll it out.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Roll him up.
But yeah, he just walks right out of that explosion,
Yeah.
just straight out of the flames. So they end up at a foundry, of course, a foundry of some sort. It's not operating.
You're gonna
at
either
least.
make the Joker
dun 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 dun.
or you're gonna kill a Terminator by
Dun, dun, dun,
hydraulic
dun, dun.
press, or you're gonna drop him into a fucking lava factory.
Or ooze is going to be coming out of something.
This is 1990, so this is about the end of the era where every action movie had to end in a foundry,
Uh-huh.
and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but
I've
hey,
never heard
this is
it
how
ever
Batman
called
villains
a
are made.
foundry before. I've heard of factory.
A foundry is more of the metals and the smelting of,
Oh, the smelter.
Yeah.
Schmelter.
I think of foundry because of Terminator 2.
for sure. You got a vat of, I'm guessing, like liquid metal.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but I said dun 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 dun.
That's how you speak Terminator.
Oh, okay.
That's the theme. That's the
Quick,
like I'm
quick
too
off the
close
top
to
of your
the
head,
mic.
do you know who does that music? Because I don't.
no.
No.
Okay. It's iconic as fuck. It's
Alan
no,
Silvestri.
It's no.
I don't know.
Ooh. It's no Johnny Dubs, but
Well, nothing can be John Williams, but John Williams scoring Terminator would make it a very different movie.
by the way, I meant to share this on the Han Took Shots first podcast that we do. There is a guy. He's a music theory guy, very very educated, very well traveled, and in his travels, he started asking people the most famous composer
Okay.
of all time. By the way,
I know who it is. I
and
was
do you
just
know
kidding,
who
Derek.
they answered for? Like
John
across
Williams?
John Williams, because anywhere in the world you are, you can start to hum that. You could hum a Beethoven song that I might know. You can
Yeah.
hum like, and I'm the worst example.
Well, I mean, I was about to be like, "Oh, you mean like?" And then I was like, "I can't think of one." I know
Mozart,
some
Beethoven,
some
and
Mozart,
stuff like that.
all that. I know some of those. Like, if I
Sure.
heard it, I would know, but I wouldn't know who it was
Uh
off the top of my head.
huh.
And right now, when you said Beethoven, I was like, "Oh, you mean like?" Never mind.
Uh-huh.
God,
Exactly.
I'm raising my hand.
Yes, go for it.
So the original soundtrack, composed and performed by a synthesizer for 1984 film The Terminator, is Brad Fiedel.
Huh.
Yes.
Fiedel.
Yeah, I just found him too. He did.
A mechanical man and his heartbeat is what he was going for.
Okay.
He did Johnny Mnemonic, True Lies,
Ooh.
some Tales from the Crypt.
So James Cameron likes him.
Yeah, but I mean that's it. He did. Those are the two James Cameron movies. Is T2.
So does Derek
and-
because it's a synthesizer.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, we didn't talk about it, but there are parts of this movie where it is like damn near John Carpenter synth.
A little bit,
And
right?
I'm here for it as much as anybody else.
And
Like-
I don't know if this. So the guy who did the music on this is a guy named Jan Hammer. I'm assuming.
Dude,
Yeah.
we were watching the credits and there's like something turtle. There's this guy. There's this Jan Hammer.
Music by Jan Hammer. But it said that and
Yo,
I'm
I'm
assuming
going to drop the beat like a Jan Hammer.
I'm assuming he did the music for Miami Vice because it said that a large portion of this was like music that he had repurposed from Miami Vice but then changed. And when I was listening to like kind of the main theme, the synthy like driving kind of thing that's going on, I was
Sure.
like, okay, yeah,
Huh.
I can see
I
Miami
haven't
Vice.
watched almost any Miami
no,
Vice.
but I mean, but you even this if you think of the opening
Why was
credits,
I
people know the
thinking
opening
of-
credits.
I don't know. I don't know it very well.
Oh,
You
okay.
said Miami
Is it
Vice, and I thought Miami Connection.
Oh, I'll watch Miami Connection right fucking now
I won't.
with all the
You guys are gonna make me watch it. I know, and
fight the
then-
ninja.
Oh, it's coming up soon.
I know I've already had to sit through it numerous times.
We
It's
are
great.
going to play drinking games to it.
Okay, good,
Yeah, I got
good.
you.
Okay,
I
thank you.
think I'm really excited about doing Miami Connection for an anniversary episode with Steve from
My father!
Bucket of Chum because he's already requested to do it with us. And he was one of the movies he said he would really like to cover, and I was like, well, we've already done it, but it's archived and it was one of our first episodes. It was the first time Jack came on.
Yeah.
Um,
You never forget your first time.
but it's archived. It's not available to the public unless you're a patron. Patreon.com/where's
I
people.
know, just $3, people.
$3 a month.
But I want to redo it like we did with Tammy and the T-Rex
For
our-
sure.
for another anniversary. I'm so excited because I've seen it enough times now that I could just watch it. I don't have to take notes.
I was gonna say like this is gonna be you like watching and enjoying a movie.
Yeah. So they set up like a sniper trap at the foundry because Smith says all he needs is one clear
I mean,
shot.
Kinda.
Kind of.
Because
They set the drugs out and they hide behind a broken window.
But also when he got out of the car and was like, "Yeah, bitch," the guy's running at you without a weapon. There's your open shot.
Yeah.
Like,
you could have
we-
found
you-
out then that
you've
your
had
gun is
s-
empty, like we find out now.
Precisely.
Also, was it empty or was he trying to use too much of the gun? He put that because it had four tiers.
It might be empty, but it also might be that like and we also saw that tier 1 didn't kill him.
Correct.
Well, it's like
So-
certain guns in video games where, like, if you use it stronger, you have to wait for it to recharge longer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's an
maybe.
older gun. It's a little tired.
It's
It needs
some
more. It
sci-fi
needs
shit.
some more time between shots.
But the gun is
A
empty,
little bit.
so he comes up and chases them. There's more bada booms. I think Dolph Lundgren sets a trap. I mean, you can call it a trap.
Yep.
They're running,
It's a trap.
and he's like, "You guys keep running. I'm gonna knock over these barrels of mystery liquid and shoot them with my shotgun." And luckily
How
for
was
him,
he holding the shotgun?
Dude,
It's got a grip.
It had a grip for it, but like, okay, two-handed shotgun, right? You got your predominant hand on the trigger, right?
Yeah.
And then your offhand is under where you do the pumping. His is over, and the only thing I can think of is this is a pistol grip with no butt.
Right.
So he's got no stock, so you can't put it up to your shoulder. So this might be quicker to bring up to hip fire. I don't know. If this feels so natural to me, everyone can see me doing the under. This is fucking weird, but it does have a grip and he is able to cock it and whatnot. But I don't know. I think it's something that somebody
it was specialty made for him.
Somebody thought it looked
for Jack
cool.
Kane.
Yeah.
Jack Kane like that.
Is that Michael Caine's fucking brother?
It's his nephew.
Jack Kane. That's when I get a bit coked up and have a wank, isn't it?
Yep.
That's when I get a bit coked up and flap my dick around because it doesn't work.
I wish I could get hard, but I can't, so I keep tugging it. It's like a taffy pull down there.
Yeah, it starts to bleed. It's okay.
No, it's not.
What?
No, it's not. It's definitely not okay.
I use the blood as lube.
We shouldn't have children listening.
I didn't
but
warm up for my Michael Caine, so my cocaine. I use the blood as lube.
We don't have children listening, I hope, but don't. It's not okay to bleed when you masturbate. Is all
Or
I'm
use
saying.
blood as lube.
You know what they say: one man's blood, another man's lube. Ew.
That's what I said.
Gross myself out.
So Christopher Lambert grabs Diane, throws Smith off this fucking causeway, and he crushes this car. I'm like, well, that little tiny man is dead.
You're dead.
And he's bleeding out of his ears and shit, but it
Yeah.
turns out he's okay, because movie.
Are you okay? What? I literally don't know if you're asking me if I'm okay. Am I all gay? No. Ask my ex-wife.
Only a little.
I'm not all gay. I'm bi-curious.
It depends on how much I've had to drink.
I was showering once with a dude and I saw his penis and I thought, that's not bad.
I am a power top.
I'm a power bottom. Weirder flex.
Being not gay and being a power bottom, that's not okay.
Why not? You don't like getting pegged? Well, it's not you.
But the power...
Anyway.
Save
So-
that for a fucking podcast that Whitney's going to start.
Power bottoms with Whitney.
Let's talk
Straight
sex.
power bottoms.
Power chat. So Dolph Lundgren is kind of teasing the alien, which is not a good idea. He's
Are we
taking
teasing?
these vials,
How are we
he's taking
teasing
these
as
vials
alien?
of drug.
Are we like...
He's taking
Tickle,
these
tickle,
vials
tickle.
of this drug. I think it's called Balfrey or something. I don't remember.
Oh, they did say a name.
yeah, the
Malfoy?
Isaac
Draco
said at some
Malfoy.
point- Yeah, he takes a vial of Draco Malfoy, tosses it on the ground, and breaks it.
Oh.
This dude gets pissed. He hucks Diane to the side, which is kind of what he wanted, right? What Dolph wanted.
As long as she doesn't crush a car.
He takes another one and crushes it, and he goes running away. So this guy chases him like Frankenstein.
Crushing drugs, bad.
He ends up shooting at Dolph because Dolph goes hiding. He shoots him with one of his discs,
Uh-huh.
and it goes bouncing around, and it finds him. But Dolph had taken a speaker out of his car.
That clever
Clever
girl.
girl. And so he's like, he listens. I find it very funny at this moment because this intense action scene. He shoots the thing. He stops and listens and doesn't hear Dolph moving anymore. And he just kind of smiles. He's like, cool, he's dead.
Yeah, I've got him. I can tell because the CD didn't come back to me. That was my original Linkin Park, the original pressing of that one. Next
like,
loaded up is $3 bill.
It's like
y'all.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Sade, I like it.
Exactly.
He just loads it up with, this is the Smash Mouth second album, Astro Lounge. Nobody
Batman
cared
soundtrack?
for it.
Definitely not.
Oh, Kiss from a Rose from a Grave or Grail, whatever. I didn't listen.
But Dolph does come back out, and at some point during this fight, he did
Now
see,
that's what I call music. 3.
he did see a jagged, rusty pipe sticking out of something. So you know
Yeah,
he's
he
thinking
did.
about that. He comes back out. Christopher Lambert shoots him with his scorpion harpoon, but Dolph catches it. Now, I understand what
This
they're going
is-
for, and
this
it's
is-
fine, but this is my least favorite part of the movie.
I actually very much enjoyed it, but not because of the way they wanted me to.
It goes
I
too
enjoyed it
long.
because it's literally a giant 6'5" actor with a fucking piece of rope, and he's pretending to fight with it like it's a snake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It goes on way too long for sure,
for sure.
but it's almost a Family Guy joke. Like,
Oh, God, don't.
and it just keeps
And
going.
there, thank you.
But there's
And
some
it's just,
there's some Sam Raimi kind of thing going on here too, because when Lambert pulls the harpoon back in and starts pulling Dolph Lundgren toward him, it's like the camera moving right in his face, sped up kind of thing. And
Cool
it gave
shot
me
right
like
here.
Evil Dead vibes. Yeah.
I do like this part coming up though. I mean, he's still fighting with the stupid thing.
Well, he's right up, they're right up
gauntlet.
at face to face now, but he's still got the doodad in his face. And the guy says, "I win." He's like, "Fuck you, spaceman."
Flawless
Stabs him right in the
victory.
fucking neck, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
like
what
fuck
I'm
you,
saying.
spaceman. Not a great one-liner, but delivered by Dolph Lundgren.
I'm okay with it.
I wish they would have played a little bit with this guy being so fucked up off heroin now. I don't even feel like chasing you. I kind of just want to write like a really weird, ominous, dark ballad, you know? All
wanna write,
around
like-
me are familiar faces.
I want to write a poem about like a raven who talks about how like
She's-
nothing happens anymore.
She's my butterfly, and I'm her flower. And butterflies always come back to flowers.
Her dog, she's the size of that cockadoodle goddamn do. It's Young Guns, and they take opium.
I know.
Not
the way,
opium,
the way
peyote.
you were talking about the flower, you sound an awful lot like Nick Cage.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it's Kiefer Sutherland fucked up, and they modulate his voice like,
That's it. She's my butterfly, and I'm her flower.
I guess, you know what? I've
yeah.
always got Cage in the brain.
You say I'm her flower, and all I hear is I could eat a peach for hours.
Hours. I could eat a peach for hours. I'm so fucked up on heroin. But guess what? I was already cool.
We just watched Vampires Kiss, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
That's like Cage's first Cage.
Yeah.
He's really
it's
figuring.
fantastic.
He's figuring out why he works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is
Uh-huh.
off the fucking
love it.
rails in that one.
It's
'Cause
gonna
I
be an
watched
episode.
BCD.
I watched Valley Girl not too long ago, and
Oh, so
a
did
very good
we.
movie. No complaints about it. But he's kind of getting there.
Yeah, he's not quite there yet.
Yeah, you got your thumb on it, but you're not
Was
holding
Valley
it.
Valley Girl was before Peggy Sue, correct?
Yes.
So he still hasn't found it yet. Peggy Sue, he's still like trying.
He's getting there, but he's got a
he's
weird
getting
accent
there.
going on. I don't know
Uh-huh.
what the
He
fuck he's
does
doing
have
in
a
Peggy
really
Sue.
weird accent in Peggy
Nothing's a
Sue.
better accent than when he fucking spent months in the South, in I want to say Alabama, to get that accent right for Con Air, and it is God help him. I love him to death. It's a terrible. Put the bunny back in the box.
Can I come over and we watch Con Air on Friday, or do you have plans?
I don't know what we're watching, but we can watch Con Air anytime.
But so after he stabs him in the neck, he fucking
I believe that was Promise Pudgeon Pie.
he horse kicks him, and he falls into this fucking pipe, and it just impales him. Doesn't kill him though. He's just
No.
screaming,
Oh.
and he does it. He looks right at fucking
Oh, he spikes
Dolph
the
Lundgren,
camera
and he's like,
numerous times.
"I come in peace."
You
And
go,
you go
in
in
pieces,
pieces.
asshole.
Yeah.
This is the line I would. Vern said this line when he recorded the previous episode, "Song of the South," and I was waiting for it. I kind of knew it was going to be the end, but fuck, man, it delivered.
Yeah, it's good. Big fucking bada boom.
Uh-huh.
Lots of
Yeah.
bada booms in this part.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
pretty sure it takes
nothing
out this
left.
whole warehouse.
And there's cream cheese all over the town.
It's burnt cream cheese.
Well, he doesn't have time to explode into cream cheese because he is incinerated immediately.
Well, it's no longer white, so does it still bother you?
I hope there's a bagel factory around.
It's no longer a white creamy substance. So does burnt cream cheese? It's now brown.
No, because I feel like that's one step closer to you getting me cream cheese and putting food coloring in it and me still not liking it.
I would never do that.
Cream
to you.
cheese is okay. It just needs to be with cheesecake, and I have to have coffee.
Fair
I will-
enough.
I will not eat cheesecake
Cream
without
cheese is
coffee.
okay. It just needs sugar and other cheese.
Yeah.
But your coffee needs to be nothing
Black.
added, like your soul.
Black as night. I like these memes where people are like, they're just trying to trick you into thinking they like black coffee. It's disgusting. I'm like, they're not even close to true.
When it's good coffee, even I can drink coffee black.
So there's a little wrap up scene where it's not like a 6 months later or anything. They're walking away from the building, and Diane's like, "Can we just go on fucking vacation now?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, "Where were you thinking?" He's like, "I was thinking maybe Rio."
Rio?
And
No,
Smith is
no,
like, "No."
no.
And then freeze frame, end of movie.
Freeze frame.
Let's go see Michael Caine down in Rio. I heard I don't know why he's Michael Caine too.
I heard he's fucking his niece.
I heard there's a bunch of hot chicks down there that are kind of age for that country.
They're
they
of
are.
age there.
Yeah, it's legal in Rio. Michael Caine out.
And that's the end of the movie. So we'll go around the horn for recommendations. Wife?
I definitely do recommend this. By the way.
I was actually kind of worried about this because like a Cherry 2000 thing
Yep.
where maybe you weren't in the right mood for it and
Mhm.
it didn't land.
This is also my third time seeing this movie.
Oh shit.
No, it's only your second.
Nope, it's my third.
Weird
I've seen
flex.
it twice with
This
you.
is my second, so
I swear to God, you watched this. Okay, whatever. This is my second time seeing this now.
Okay.
Well, it's my third because I watched Stone Cold.
It is kind of just Stone Cold with less bikers, more aliens.
And worse casting. Like, not. Sorry, I'm not
It's
trying
all
to
the
bring it
one-off
down,
castings. It's one-off castings.
Yeah.
You wanted this, and you got that. You wanted
Yeah.
this, and you got that.
I want this to be Linda Hamilton.
The only one they got was Dolph Lundgren.
Well, dude, $7 million budget.
If Bill Forsyth was an alien, I'm going with Bill because that's the last time we saw him.
Billiam.
Yeah, we are now calling him Billiam.
If he was an alien, does this go up in stars?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
wouldn't talk much because the aliens don't talk much.
I come in peace. Fuck you, pig.
Oh,
That's all I need, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But
you
no,
do
I
recommend.
do give this recommend. Obviously, you do need my co-host Jacqueline's caveats.
That's not his name.
That's not my name.
Don't feminize me. I'm not comfortable with my sexuality.
You're very pretty.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I'm a gorgeous bearded woman. I give it my full recommend. Big Bada Booms. I mean, I do like that I watched it with you guys, but I don't think I needed to. I mean,
You
like
don't
in the
need to.
sense of my caveats are going to make the movie maybe more enjoyable, but I could watch this by myself and have a great time. At the time of recording this is on Amazon Prime streaming. If you pay for it, that makes it so much easier to recommend.
Yeah,
you know,
it
that you
does.
don't have to spend any money that you don't already spend, mind you.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, full send on that.
Yeah, I mean, strong recommend for me. I bought it blind. It's a Shout Factory Blu-ray, which I believe is still available. So if you're so inclined to buy physical media, that's available, I believe. But yeah, it is available on Prime as of recording, and it's also available like with ads on Tubi and Freevee.
Oh yeah.
So it's out there.
Ads might be even better because you can take a little fucking break and make a drink.
Yeah.
Go pee.
You know, go pee.
Well, and I guess if you have Prime, you're watching it with ads unless you give them the extra $2.99 a month now.
Sometimes some of these movies have ads at the beginning.
Yeah,
And that's what
we've
I've
come
noticed.
across that
Most of the time,
sometimes.
it's like 3 minutes at the beginning and
Yeah.
then none.
Unless
Which,
it's a
fine,
brand new
sure.
show. If
Yeah.
it's a brand new show, they're gonna dice it up for you.
Oh, absolutely.
There's been many a streaming service where I've been like, I'll pay the extra for no ads. I'm not giving Amazon another $3.
No, you know why? Fuck you.
Part of how you sold me Prime in the first place was that you were like, you also get Prime
All of
streaming.
this.
And now they're like, well, you get it, but like with ads because we need more money.
No, fuck you. Damn the man, save the empire.
You can also buy
Fuck
it.
yeah.
You can also buy it on Amazon, like digital.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't say it's in HD from what I'm looking at, but you can get it on Apple TV in HD
Okay.
for almost the same price.
Okay.
Not that it matters, but
I'd watch it in HD alone for the blowies, the explosions.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love the blowies.
But I do highly recommend it. I mean, it's insane stunts, tons of explosions, just all around what we expect from Craig Baxley.
Yes.
Watch the three movies, the three like big movies that he did. This, Stone Cold, and Action Jackson.
Yeah.
Just fucking bonkers shit. All three of them are awesome.
So the digital media guy says full recommend, and the physical media guy says full recommend, and the wife married to
Who's
the
supposed to be the normal person on the podcast?
gives a full recommend.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's that for that.
3 out of 3 podcasters recommend this fucking movie, man.
There you go, bitch.
Next week
Bitches.
is our
Bitches.
100th episode.
Woo!
100 episodes since December 5th, 2022.
I
Candy
cannot
just looked
wait,
at me.
and I'll tell my daddy.
And we're doing a very important episode. Very big deal for me and Jack, at least. Whitney's probably like, sure, it's fine.
I am so fucking excited.
Who's
to do
our
this.
guest?
No guest.
It's gonna be just us. Okay,
Yeah,
Hey, you know what? It should
unless
be.
you have someone in
No,
mind.
I was gonna say Bleep because we've watched this movie together and he loves it.
I mean, if he wants to come on.
I'll ask him. I'll ask Bleep if he wants to be on it. But
Yeah.
otherwise, us three. I mean, I was gonna say it's how it started, but it's not.
I mean, that's how it started once it, reached full
100
power.
Once
100
once
episodes
it
ago.
found its final form.
Yeah, once it got past 9,000.
No, I am so excited. This movie is so goddamn fun for me.
We're doing Hard Target.
You got Jean-Claude Van Damme in a mullet doing a fucking Cajun accent, biting the heads off. No, sorry, not biting the rattlers off snakes.
I'm sorry. You
Point of
have
order.
diabetes.
Diabetes. You got Willie Brim talking
Doing the
about
voice that we usually do when he shows up.
talking
because-
about a jackrabbit man. Make a go whiskey, make a jackrabbit stand up and smack the bear. Don't tell you one time. And then you also it's John Woo, right?
John Woo
Fucking
directed.
hell, bruv.
John Woo's American debut.
Oh, and god damn it, I almost forgot the bad guy, Lance
Lance Henriksen.
Hendrickson.
And
Ow!
The Mummy.
Oh,
the mummy is in this.
Yes. Give me
What's his
Vizsla.
name?
Vizsla. Arnold Vizsla.
Arnold Vizsla.
Arnold
That
Vizsla.
sounds
I almost
right.
had to look it up,
Yeah.
but I'm going to look it up now just to make
Arnold
sure.
Vizsla, I'm pretty sure is correct. But that will be our 100th episode. We've been dancing around it. We've done one Jean-Claude Van Damme movie in the past. We did Lionheart.
I wasn't on it.
It was Whitney and I with Patrick early on.
I believe I recommended it, didn't I?
I believe so. It's a fun movie.
Is
Oh,
that the
Arnold
one with
Vosloo.
Vosloo.
the Cessna pools?
Yeah, it's the Cessna Pools. I listened to that episode and was like, because it's before I was on the podcast officially, and I'm like commentating on it the entire time. I'm like, oh, this is so fucking good. I loved it. We might revisit that one at some point too, because I mean, I love Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I
It's
think
not-
most of
not a
those first
secret.
like 10 or so episodes are prime for revisiting because we didn't know what the fuck we were
Well,
doing.
and we also need Mike from Harbottle back because the episode that he's on, he had a dead mic that you had to get the audio from another mic.
yeah, and
And he deserves better than that.
and
Yeah, he
it's-
does.
I think that one's archived now too. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
Also, Mike would definitely love to come back, and he's totally down to do that KFC thing.
Oh God.
Recipe for Seduction.
Yeah.
I believe we haven't nailed down what we're doing yet, but I think we're going to be doing Recipe for Seduction at some point as like a
On film?
some kind of live event
Yeah.
at Harbottle Brewing.
Oh God.
Not necessarily like a live episode.
Well,
we'll figure out what we're doing.
I'm gonna work out my Colonel Sanders.
I already have ideas for setups and everything.
You don't have to worry too much about it because Mario Lopez didn't. So
I will.
Did you watch
I'll
it?
just do Jay Whiteneck.
Oh.
Your Honor, I have a bunch of different herbs and spices I'd like to present to the court. If it pleases the court, try this fried chicken. I would also like to just invite you to swim in a bucket of coleslaw.
Ugh.
I do want to do one thing because we've had some new patrons join our Patreon recently. By the way, patreon.com/worstpeople, $3 a month. And I have some news for you about that, but we'll give that a second. Let me thank the people who have been our patrons thus far. So our very first ever patron who signed up at the very beginning is Chris with a K.
Ow!
Thanks,
Love you,
Chris.
Chris.
And then we have Jamie and Ryan.
Ow, ow.
We have...
I'm going to holler for everybody.
Do it.
Do I read? I mean, I know who this is. The screen name is just WH.
All right.
Wes
Thank you,
and Heather.
WH.
Oh, it's like, wait, hold on. William H. Macy?
And then we also have McBird.
Ow, McBird.
McBird. It's like a fucking, it's like an Irish fucking toucan.
It tookie.
Oi, call motherfucker. You hear me fucking crowing?
We have Tanker Tom.
Take your
Thank
time.
you.
I know from Beer House he comes in. He
Thank you,
probably comes
Tinker
to Hardball
Tom.
as well. Yeah, good fucking dude.
We have Daniel D.
Double D. That's my boy. I love
D's
Double
your
D.
boy? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks,
then-
thanks, Double D.
And we have Tyler L.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
fucking Brandon's brother.
Oh.
See episode Mario Brothers to have Brandon on there. And I want to invite Tyler to be on this podcast for something. He's a fucking hoot.
So, Tyler, you are now officially formally invited.
So those are all of our current patrons. We thank everybody for
Golf clap?
supporting us.
Golf clap.
I wanted to do it now because next episode is 100, and I feel like we're going to go a lot. So I just throw it into this one.
There is a chance that we have a 3-hour episode with me talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme
Oh,
and
that's your
Lance
boyfriend.
Hendrickson.
That's your boyfriend and your boyfriend.
Yeah.
But yes, don't forget to check out the Patreon. You get bonus content. There's a bunch of episodes up there already. Plus, you get Han Took Shots first early, and we have more stuff that we've been thinking about. So just if you sign up, that helps to support us. It helps us feel like people give a shit, and it also helps us to create more content for you. So it's a whole circle thing.
Also,
it's a circle
only,
of life.
It's only $3. We're not doing tiers.
Sylvania.
I don't know if we can do that.
It's okay. Elton John did it.
No, not that part.
But it's also only $3 a month. We're not like multi-tier.
You say, oh, hold on, real quick though. You say only $3 a month, which is true, but also thank you for spending that $3 a month.
Yes. And also, if you use iOS devices, this is something I'm going to have to mention for the next little while. Apple has decided that you can't sign up for Patreon through the app on iOS without paying them their
They can
app
charge
store
up to
fee.
30%.
Yes, up to 30% more. So it'd be for something probably, which still isn't crazy, but you're just giving that extra money to Apple.
So you can
For
sign
being
up
assholes.
on anybody else's, like any other computer or even an Apple computer.
You're not, as long as you're not using the App Store. You can go on any web browser on your own computer, your friend's computer. You could go on your friend's fucking Samsung phone if they'll let you, or if they don't and you know their password.
Correct me if I'm not wrong. Once you do that, you can listen on iOS.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
yes.
good.
You can listen on your iOS app all you want. But when you sign up through a web browser if you are an Apple user, because they're trying to rip you off.
Save some fucking money.
Yeah.
I know it's not like a whole bunch, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Don't forget, send us an email, as we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com. We'll read it. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll make fun of you. Who knows?
Make fun of us. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. You make fun of me, I'm making fun of you.
I like abuse.
I like abuse just like the next woman.
I will fucking fill your lungs with water.
Thank you to Evasion for providing our opening and closing music. I have been Derek.
I'm still Whitney.
I'm always Jack.
Go in pieces, asshole.
It is not too late for an abortion.
Might just be called murder now.